Hey everyone, welcome to the workshop. My name is Aidan Booth and I am incredibly excited to be here with you today to share this three-step system that we use to generate up to $10,914 per day, as much as $183,000 in a single month using shockingly simple 27-word web pages. And I'll tell you what, the scale and the speed at which you can get results with this is quite simply breathtaking. Now, before I pull back the curtain and show you how everything works, I just want to do a quick technical check here. So you should be able to see the screen in front of you. That's my presentation. You should also be able to see me through the webcam, and it might be different depending on how you're tuning into this. And you should be able to see a countdown timer, which is counting down now around about 5 minutes. And the way that we're going to use these sort of three devices, if you like, is going to change up a little bit throughout the workshop. But each time that my countdown timer gets down to 0, I'm going to be taking you in to show you inside one of my commission accounts, and we're going to see how much money we can accumulate over the next hour or so that we are working together. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to be turning my webcam on and off at different points in time, same with the timer as well. So be prepared for that. And finally, yeah, okay, so it looks like everything is working. You can see me, you can hear me. Perfect, you can't see the webcams. Okay, so some people can, some people can't see the webcams. It just depends, but it doesn't really matter. The main thing is that you can see the presentation and you can hear me. And just to whet your appetite a little bit about what we're talking about here today, we're talking about a proven commission system that has generated absolutely astonishing amounts of income. You can see here, $1.3 million over a 12-month period, 45 grand in a 7-day period. And one of the reasons we're able to do this is because our conversion rates are through the roof, unlike anything that I've ever seen before. In fact, we're talking about conversion rates of 10 times industry standards, if you like. So we're not talking about 1%, 2%, or 3% conversion rates, and I'll explain what all this means shortly, but we're talking about 30, 40, 50, even here you can see 59% conversion rate from, and when I say conversion rate, I'm talking about people coming and converting into something that actually makes you money. So that's huge, and the big secret here is we can achieve these mind-boggling conversions because we're not selling anything. So we have removed the transactional barrier, if you like, and the result that it's had has been that we have skyrocketed conversion rates to levels that we've never ever seen before, 10 times traditional. Yet we're also able to make amazing commissions, 30, 40, 50, $100 commission at a time. And you're going to be able to see this in about 2 minutes time when my webcam countdown timer gets down to 0 there, the types of commissions we're making and how large these can grow to. And I think the best thing about this business model is just how simple it is. So there really are none of the headaches and complications that have existed in the past. So we don't do any customer service because we're not actually selling any products. We don't have any inventory because we don't have any physical products. There's no product creation. There's no content creation that's required. There's no dealing with suppliers. There are no traffic issues. This is the simplest type of traffic that I know of. And I think by virtue of the fact that you need so little of it, that makes it so much easier. I mean, if you're getting 10 visitors to a website per day and you're able to get 3 or 4 or 5 of them turning into a commission money in your bank account, then you don't need that much traffic. And you don't need to worry about refunds or returns either. This business model has enormous upside, and I've never seen anyone doing anything quite like this. It's radically different to anything else that's out there. It's something that I've been doing since 2006, but this is the first time ever right now on this workshop that I'm sharing it with the public. So you are in a pretty special spot right now to be able to find out about this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna stop that timer and I'm gonna go over and have a look at the web here, and I'll just turn my webcam off while I do this to see if I can, okay. So what we're looking at here is inside of one of my commission accounts. I'm gonna actually just wait, let me do this here. I'm going to start a new countdown timer going, and I'm gonna set this one for 20 minutes. So in 20 minutes time, we will come back and have another look at these stats. But right now, what you're seeing here is these are conversions inside a commission account that I've got. And on the left-hand side at the top, you see 1,557 visits, and that's just ticked over. These are live stats, by the way. 423 clicks, 251 conversions, and a total of $5,601 today so far. Okay, now throughout the course of the next hour or so, you're going to be able to see how that number changes and if it goes up and when it goes up and what that looks like. I can also come in here and show you a different period. For example, I can show you last month, and that will update. You can see last month we did over $106,000 coming into the business, and this is again just one of our commission accounts. And I'm going to leave that though on today so we can see what's happening today. Okay, so $5,601, and these are live stats coming in. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, you can't fake it or anything. And hopefully over the course of the next hour or so, we're going to see these numbers changing. And if we're lucky, you might see them changing live in real time. Like you can see how the visits are changing, ticking over there. The visits lead into the clicks lead into conversions, and the conversions are directly proportional to the money that we actually make here. So it's really, really exciting, and we're going to keep a close eye on that as we progress through this workshop here today. And I do have 4 other really exciting things that I'm going to be sharing with you here. The first is some absolutely astonishing results from our group of beta testers. You're going to see how people with no experience whatsoever have been able to come in and achieve some truly amazing results using this system. You're going to see a private suite of tools that help to automate the entire system. You're going to see a live demo later on. These are things that we've never revealed to the public before today. And you're going to see how you can get your hands on a case study that shows how we generated $50,000 in 50 days from a brand new website, brand new campaign, a brand new system using exactly what we're talking about here. And you're going to be able to see how you can get this served up to you on a silver platter with all of the details. But you must keep listening to find out how you can get access to that. You're going to see $1,000 per day web pages, examples of pages that we use to generate as much as 6 figures per month. And one of the big secrets for generating monster commissions. This is all going to be revealed to you over the next hour or so, and how you can get started with this incredible system using 3 simple steps and potentially generate your first commissions in hours. Does that sound good, guys? Give me a yes in the question box if you're excited about this, because I'm excited to share it with you here, and I want to make sure that you're excited to be one of the first people ever to actually see this. And just, I can see the yeses flooding in. You guys rock. Awesome. Thank you for that. That helps me a lot. And if you haven't used that question box yet, go ahead and just say hello in there. Make sure that's working to you, because that's how we're going to be able to provide you with support throughout this workshop. Now, on the call with you today, that's me. I'm Aiden Booth. I'm a dad of 2. I've got a 4-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old son. I met my wife 19 years ago. Actually, it's coming up to 20 years ago in Lake Tahoe, California. She's from Argentina, so I spend most of my time living in Argentina. Right now, though, I'm in New Zealand. I'm out at my holiday home. That photo there is actually taken just a few meters from where I'm sitting right now. It looks out over a farm that we've got out here and over a vineyard. And I feel incredibly grateful to be in the position that I am presenting this here to you today. You know, my journey with online selling started in 2005, so I've got 17 years of experience. I've been able to build up a series of very successful businesses over that time. I've done over 100 million in sales through my businesses, and the system that I'm sharing with you here today is what kickstarted the journey all those years ago. It's been something that has stood the test of time, and I think it's something that you're going to get a lot of value out of today. And for me, in my life, the real theme is freedom. Financial freedom, geographic time freedom, getting the overlap between these 3 types of freedoms and using it to build a life that you absolutely love. And I'm showing some photos here of a recent road trip that I did through Italy, France, and Monaco. And this was and Switzerland. And this was just like a dream come true for me. And I still have to pinch myself when I'm able to do things. But the reality is that my business is really simple. And you're going to see the most lucrative part of my entire business here today. So I do have a final 4 tips for you right now. And these are things that are going to help you get the absolute most out of today's workshop. Number 1 is to use the question box. In fact, I've said this a few times. Make sure that's working. Say hello right now. We're not going to be able to reply to every single comment that's in there, but we do look at them and we will reply to as many as we can. It's not just me here. I've got a team of coaches behind the scenes who are going to be helping you every step of the way. So please, please, please use that. And take screenshots, take notes, take photos, scribble down ideas. Whenever you get one of those light bulb moments, whenever you see something that surprises you, and inevitably, I think you're going to have lots of that happening here today. And forget everything you've been taught before. Look at this with a fresh pair of eyes and consider everything I'm sharing here as though you're starting with a clean slate, okay? And stick around until the very end for a free gift worth $197. Now, finally, I want to make sure that I am completely 100% clear and transparent about something from the get-go. Now, at the end of this workshop, you're going to have the opportunity to invest in and get access to the radically different system that you're about to see here today and everything that comes with it. Now, before you start worrying about price tags and things like that, I promise you that if you want to participate in this with me, you will be able to afford it. We've made this accessible to like 99% of people out there, and I'll share exactly what I mean by that later on and how you can get started and get access and actually start growing your business from about $3 per day, okay? So does that sound good? Good. Give me a yes in the question box if that all sounds good to you. And okay, the yeses are coming in. Awesome. You guys rock. Thank you for providing that feedback. Now, this presentation is 100% brand new. It's live. We're here with you live, and unlike anything that you would have seen before, and you need to be able to make an informed decision about all of this. So please, dedicate the next 60 minutes or so, because this really could be a defining moment for you in 2023. Now, an important note, my results and the results of my students are not typical. I can't guarantee that you'll have the same success as I do. I couldn't guarantee that. I don't know your work habits, your lifestyle, your background, or anything like that. And in order to make any money online, you need to take action and put in the work. It's obvious, but you know the drill. I mean, I have to say this. So we are going to dive in right now. I can see a lot of people are excited about this. So this is hands down the fastest way of generating big commissions online that I know of. And it's got nothing to do with standard traditional affiliate marketing. No one needs to buy anything from you in order for you to make money. That's a big, important fact. No one needs to buy a single thing. You're not selling anything. And because of this, there are no refund and return issues. They simply don't exist. There's no boring content creation. There's no review pages. There's no product comparisons. There's no video creation. There's no search engine optimization. None of these headaches exist with what we're doing here today. And with this model, you are not selling anything. So you might be asking or wondering, how are we making money if we're not selling anything? The way it works is we make money by generating leads for big companies. And there are lots of big companies out there that use this model and pay people just like us to help them. So think about Uber, Airbnb, Microsoft, Apple, American Express, Geico Insurance, giant companies that are willing to compensate people who can provide them with information. So when I say we're making money by generating leads, what I'm talking about is we're making money by sharing information like a name, an email, address, sometimes a phone number, sometimes a combination of different things to these companies, and then they deal with selling or whatever it is that they want to do. But we get paid regardless. We just get paid for the information, and this is a completely legitimate and robust business model that has been around for a long time. And these big companies, they use this as part of their marketing strategy. Just like they use billboards and TV commercials and sponsorships and other things, they use this type of marketing, empowering people like me, potentially people like you, to make a lot of money in the process. And it's simple. A visitor comes to a very simple web page. You're going to see how simple these are shortly. You show them a high converting offer with what we call a call to action, which is typically, fill in an email address, that kind of a thing. And if the person takes this action and converts to become what we call a lead, by giving you their information, then you get a commission. and you get paid this commission automatically, and you can automatically get money coming into your bank account on autopilot day after day after day. So it's a pretty simple system, and you only need people to take very basic actions, which I think is one of the reasons why this works so well. Now, this model was actually one of the first ways that I made real money online. By real money, I mean like significant money. And that screenshot there is from 2006, and you can see that's one of our websites there from 2006. The websites don't look anything like that today, but this is just to show that this has been working for a long time now, 15 plus years. And in 2023, there's been a seismic shift. In fact, this has been building up for some time now. The same model now compensates us with much, much bigger commissions. So companies are now paying huge commissions rather than getting paid a small amount, like a couple of bucks or something. We can now get paid hundreds of dollars for a single lead. And this is absolutely amazing. And what makes it even better is that we're not selling anything, as I've said a few times, but because we are not selling anything, because of that fact, the conversion rates are through the roof. If you look in that red box on the screen, you can see there 39.9% conversion rate. That's 39.9% of people who come to our website end up generating us a commission. 38%, 41%, 59%. And this is not based on small numbers, okay? This is big numbers. I mean, if you look closely, you'll see 758,000 conversions in the top row on that little image there. Okay, so this is something that's very exciting and also very different to anything that we've ever spoken about before. And the insane conversions mean that we can also make insane amounts of money. And here you can see another amazing 38% conversion rate from another campaign, 208,000 clicks, 80,000 conversions. Now, something that I find gives me really good context about this business model and allows me to sort of compare and contrast it with other things that you might be familiar with is what we call the 100-click test. So if you get 100 clicks to an e-commerce website, like say a Shopify store or a Cartsy store or a dropshipping website of some kind, if you get 100 clicks, you might be able to make 3 sales. And that would represent a 3% conversion rate. And if you're making $20 on each item, that would equate to $60 coming in for those 100 clicks. If you did the same thing selling an information product of some kind, maybe it's with affiliate marketing as an example, you might get a 3% conversion rate. You might make $15 commission per sale, and 100 clicks, you'd get $45. These are actually not even conservative. These are actually quite optimistic results. Normally, I'm pretty happy with a 3% conversion rate on an e-commerce store. However, with the system that I'm sharing with you today, if you send 100 clicks, you could get a 20% conversion rate. So that means if you send 100 visitors, 20 people might actually end up generating you money, and you might make $50 per commission. And this is actually realistic. So if you think about it in this way, if you multiply those numbers out, 100 clicks, 20% conversion rate, $50 per lead, that comes to $1,000. So $1,000 is what you could make with 100 visitors with this system versus say $60 or $45 with other online business models. Now, the difference becomes astronomical when you start scaling this up. So let's say, for example, you were able to get 1,000 visitors to a website. The time period doesn't matter. It could be over a week, it could be a day, it could be a month, doesn't matter. If you're able to get 1,000 visitors to your website, and like in an e-commerce store, that might result in $600. 1,000 clicks coming in, 3% conversion rate, $20 per item, that's $600. Information product might be $450 for 1,000 clicks. With what we're doing here, we're talking about making potentially $10,000 for just 1,000 clicks. And even if it's not optimized in that way and you're only making half of that, the difference is astronomical. I mean, we're talking about $9,500 difference. So in my mind, this is the holy grail of online businesses. And just give me a 1 in the question box if that 1,000 click test and 100 click test actually makes sense. I just want to make sure I didn't lose anyone there. I know it can be a little bit complicated, but I'll continue to build out this example, and you'll get more examples as we go here. And that's why I believe this really is the holy grail of online business models. The conversions have a lot to do with it, the conversion rate, the amount we can make per sale, and other things that make this really simple as well, which we'll get into. And here you can see $2.3 million coming into one of my accounts. It's fast, it's simple to make money, and you're building your own business, not someone else's. Now, the best thing is that almost no one does this, okay? It is exciting, it's massively untapped. And even if you're focused on something else right now, like maybe you're doing some e-commerce, maybe you're doing some affiliate marketing, maybe you've got something on YouTube, maybe you're doing crypto, this is something that can easily be run alongside that and can actually be seen as a cash generating machine to funnel money into other parts of the business. And in fact, I do this myself. I've got a very successful portfolio of online businesses, and I do this alongside of them. It's part of the package. And the way that it works is it leverages 3 simple steps, okay? So step 1 is to identify a winning offer. I'm going to show you how we do this in a moment. We then set up a simple web page, and then we drive traffic. So really, really simple. Give me a yes if you want me to dive into these in a little bit more detail. Okay, I can see the yeses coming in. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Fantastic. Okay. All right. So look, step 1 is to identify a winning offer. And we do this through different networks, and we can use these, and these are different web pages, but we can go into marketplaces and we can find different winning offers. And pretty much every niche that you could possibly imagine is available. There are thousands and thousands of products out there coming from giant companies like some of the ones that I was mentioning earlier to small companies, health, insurance, credit repair, weight loss, and so on. So you choose an offer based not on the niche, but rather on the conversion rate and the commission amount. So we're letting the metrics dictate the decisions that we're making here. And we can see this is inside one of the marketplaces that you'll get access to. You can see, $100 per lead, $60 per lead, $185 per lead coming in. This is big money. And it adds up really quickly when you layer that on top of the incredible conversion rates that we're able to see. We then set up a simple web page. Now, this is a very simple web page. It takes no more than 3 minutes to set up. In fact, I timed myself doing this, and it took me 2 minutes and 15 seconds to set this up. So what you're seeing there in that green box, that's a web page. There's nothing more to it. And if you count up the number of words on there, you normally are in the 20 to 30 word range. You can add more if you want, but you don't need more. The whole purpose of this is that it's simple and it doesn't introduce new distractions to someone that might be visiting your website. So we set these up, and you'll see how a lot of these can be done for you. More on this a little bit later. And then we drive simple, low-cost traffic into the websites. And the way that we recommend you do this to get started is through using a micro campaign, micro budget of between $5 to $25 per day, just to confirm that the offer that we've set up, that the webpage that we've set up is profitable. And then if you want to, you can scale. So what type of traffic are we getting here? We're driving targeted traffic that wants to see what we have from the likes of Microsoft ads, Google ads, other paid sources, and free traffic as well. So people will search for something. Maybe they'll search for home loans in Philadelphia, and they will find our webpage through an ad that we're running. And that ad is really, really simple. Might have 10 to 15 words on it. Doesn't take long to set up. And some of those ads can just run indefinitely for years to come, potentially. So we get this targeted traffic coming into our webpage, and as a result of that, we are able to generate rapid income. And then once you're making money, you can accelerate the profits by building out a powerful back end. And this is how you can do that. I mean, you can add more profitable offers in. A byproduct of you running the system is you're going to be capturing email addresses of people that come. And you do pass these emails, and you do direct people on to these offers that are eventually making you commissions, but you also get to keep the information as well. And you can then send out automated emails, which you set up one time, really simple, and they run on autopilot to make you more money. And this allows you to scale your campaign and accelerate the profits. And you can see how we've done that here. And in about 55 seconds time, we're going to go over and have a look to see how much money we've done today and see if the stats have changed in the next 20 minutes or not. Okay, but we're seeing the ability to scale up very quickly when we're running the campaigns in this way. And then you simply rinse and repeat, find new profitable offers, build new campaigns, scale and make more money. Now, one secret though, one thing that's kind of important is you actually don't need that many campaigns. I mean, you could be making $1,000 a day from a single campaign potentially, if you wanted to. That's just the nature of the beast. That's how this works. So you rinse and repeat and scale. And the system is incredibly simple. You find a winning offer, you let the metrics dictate what that's going to be, you set up a simple web page, and then you drive traffic and are able to start making money and accelerate the profits, okay? So I can see that my timer is flashing there, so I'm actually gonna restart that. Let me start that up again, and just give me a yes in the question box if this is making sense to you. I wanna make sure that I haven't lost anyone. This is all making sense? We're gonna jump across to the website here. And here we can see we've actually gone up $1, okay? $5,602. We were at $5,601 last time. So we've gone up $1 in the last 20 minutes. And this is the nature of the beast. It doesn't go up like non-stop all the time, but as we do see visitors and clicks and conversions coming in, you will see these numbers increasing. So we've had 1,594 visits, we've had 431 clicks, we've had 261 conversions. In fact, we just saw a conversion come in there, and that conversion in a short space of time is going to be reflected in the revenue that we've got coming in. So in 19 minutes, we will come back and we will have another look at this, okay? And we'll see where we're at. And look, there's no guarantees that this is going to be keeping on going up. I mean, we've already done $5,602 today, but over the course of the workshop, I'm sure you'll see the power of this and how it all works. Okay, so let me jump back to my slides here, and let me keep pushing forward. Now, this is simple. It can generate huge amounts of money. In fact, you've just seen $5,602 today so far in one of my accounts. Here you can see $919,000, and I just want to make sure that yeah, okay, that's all good. Okay, so and this is how this works. And here's another account, 30 days into another account there, $38,000. 1 month in another account, $54,000. It's very low risk. It's easy to set up, and you can get these rapid results. And you only need one profitable campaign to start making significant amounts of income from this. So some common questions that people typically have when I start talking about this are, what's a realistic budget? We're looking at between $5 to $25 per day to start. And this is a way that you can sort of dip your toes in the water at the very low end of that spectrum and just see how it all works. You can see fast results because, again, you don't need much traffic to be able to make good money from this. And we've seen lots of people in our pilot program who have got results the very same day, some of them in as little as an hour of turning the traffic on, because it's like turning on a light switch. You start getting traffic, you start making money. Is it newbie friendly? Yes, absolutely. It's very simple and newbie friendly. It's something that you can get up and running in 5 to 10 hours per week. And the traffic platforms absolutely love what we're doing here, because what we are serving up is exactly what people are searching for. This is not interruption-driven marketing like what you see on your Facebook, social media feeds and so forth. This is where people actually go and search for something, and then we serve up a solution to what they're searching for, and we can cash in as a byproduct of that. Okay, so how do we go about setting up the web pages and capturing the leads? I'm gonna share the way we do that in a moment, and keep in mind that later on I've also got some surprises in store for you. You're also going to get a free gift at the end of this workshop as well, which I think is going to be valuable to everyone. But right now, talking about the model in a little bit more detail, some potential hurdles that could trip people up are access to the best high-paying and most converting offers. Okay, optimizing the setup to generate the maximum amount of profits. If you don't have things optimized, then you're not going to be able to make money as easily. And building out an effective email sequence to accelerate your income. Now, the good news is that over the past 2 years, we've been developing a revolutionary profit suite, a powerful toolkit for maximizing the income in our business. And this is 100% private, 100% in-house. We've never shared this with the public before. And I'm going to sort of pull back the curtain on this in just a second, but before I do, this is something that we've spent close to $1 million developing, and we've developed it for ourselves, and has been one of the game changers in this business model. It's been one of the quantum leaps forward that we've made. Remember, we've been doing this since 2006. So private element number one is our master list of top paying offers, and you need access to the highest converting and best paying offers in order to make the most money. And these are offers that pay you, maybe $100, maybe $200, maybe $300 per lead. And we've spent many months compiling them into an in-house master list. And you can pick and choose from these depending on what type of campaign that you want to run. Now, that's the first element. The second element is what we call Phantom. And Phantom is the engine that helps us set up and run the business quietly behind the scenes. It builds out these high converting pages, landers, forms using advanced technology, but more than that, using proven templates and blueprints that we've been polishing and refining since 2006. And then the third element is what we call the mail machine. And the fact of the matter is that there is, at least not that I've found, there is not a single email marketing company out there that is specialized in what we are doing. And we decided to go out there and actually build one of our own that is specialized specifically for this business model so that we can maximize the profits of our campaigns. And we can use this in lots of different ways. And actually, would you like to take a sneak peek inside Profit Suite right now? Give me a yes in the question box. And if half of you on this workshop, if half of you give me a yes in the question box now, I will go and give you a bit of a demo. And I'm seeing your questions come in here. Yes, this can be done in anywhere in the world. You don't need any special technology. All you need is an internet connection. This is a lifestyle business. I can see the yeses are coming in. Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's take a look there now, guys. Now, I'm gonna assume that you've gone ahead and chosen an offer that ticks all the boxes, which is the first part in the 3 steps. And it's going to be something that makes you high commissions without needing to sell anything, something you'll be able to use to achieve 30, 40, even 50% conversion rates. That's what I'm going to assume. And the next step is to quickly set up a simple web page. Now, there are no need for funnels or anything complex. It's literally a single web page. Okay, it's a single web page. And we do this using a tool called Phantom. Now, this is the dashboard of Phantom, and Phantom has everything boiled down to just what you need. It gives you an overview of your traffic, of your web pages, along with a set of battle-tested pages from our vault. And this is the tool that I was able to use to create a brand new web page in 2 minutes and 15 seconds just by clicking a few buttons. And you're going to be able to do the same thing using simple, intuitive processes, simple drag and drop, customizable functionality as well. And you've likely seen page builders before, and what Phantom does is it focuses on delivering a specialized solution. So it can do a lot of what these other web pages out there can do. However, what we've got here is a fusion of technology to give you page building freedom and flexibility, but it's combined with an archive of our very best converting pages, our very best practices, and all built up so you can do this at the push of a button. So Phantom is where you will build the initial foundation. You can see some of the types of things that we can build here. And then you'll use Mail Machine to add icing to the cake. And here's how this element of the Profit Suite works. Okay, so what you're seeing here is the dashboard of the Mail Machine, and you'll see an overview of the key Mail Machine metrics like growth rates, like broadcasts, auto emails, and so forth. And if we navigate into this section here, this is called the Broadcast Builder, you'll have access to pre-formatted emails, which you can customize at the push of a button, however you need. And this is where it gets really cool. You can actually easily build out visually automated campaigns using the visual drag and drop campaign builder. And I'm someone that I sort of work best with visual cues, if you like. So this to me is so much easier than any other kind of campaign builder that I've ever used in the past. You'll be able to quickly build out the mechanisms that will allow you to capture important subscriber information using simple forms like this, which will turn your visitors into money. So Does that make sense, guys? Give me a yes in the question box if you can sort of visualize how this works. And I just want to make sure it's following along, making sense. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome, fantastic. And I am seeing your questions, and I will take questions at the end. So don't stop typing them in there because we will see them. And the key thing here, though, is that this is the profit suite is something that solves the obstacles, and it allows you to triple, even quadruple the speed at which you can make money. Not just the speed, but the scale at which you can make money. And I'll reveal how you can get access to this shortly here, okay? Right now, though, I want to share some more information and then get into some more details. So that's the system in a nutshell. It's been working incredibly well for me since 2006 and is working better than ever right now in 2023. And the opportunity is wide open, and now's the time to take advantage of this highly lucrative online business model yourself. And you might be asking, can you do this? And the answer is emphatically yes, you can. Why? How? Because it's simple. For a start, it's fast. And one of the reasons it's fast is because you don't need much traffic. And the traffic comes like turning on a light switch, so it's simple and it's fast. Competition is basically a non-issue with what we're doing here. I mean, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of ways, like keywords that you can use to get targeted traffic. And if you're able to get 10 visitors in a day and 5 of them actually generate you a commission, then you can see how powerful that is. There are no complications, and right now you've got a very rare first mover's advantage at your fingertips because we've never shared this with anyone before, and we are doing that right here today. And this is why I'm so excited to have the opportunity to show you how you can do it too. And what we've done is put together a complete package of training, tools, and hand-holding support to give you everything that you need to be able to succeed with this. And I'm proud today for the first time ever to introduce 123 Profit. This is a radically different training program that reveals how we generate thousands of dollars per day and how you can use the same system to achieve financial, geographic, and time freedom. Because what we're doing here is we are building a lifestyle business. And our battle cry for this is that you can use the extensive training, the tools, and the support that we'll hand you to reach $500 per day in profit within 30 days. Now, I know that's a big claim, but this is something we've done over and over again, and you're going to be able to scale up from there. And the fact of the matter is, if you only got halfway to achieving our battle cry of $500 per day in profit in 30 days, I think you'll be pretty happy. I have mentioned a case study a few times throughout this workshop already, and you're going to be able to get your hands on that today if you want to. And in that, you'll see how we actually achieved this. Okay, so pretty amazing, and this is something that is going to change people's lives. And the way that we deliver the training, the way that we're going to help you get to $500 per day and profit within 30 days, that's the battle cry anyway, is first of all by giving you access to something we call the mission control. And this is the members area. It's a private members area. It's where you're going to get every single piece of the recipe delivered to you. So we've got 100 clear and concise step-by-step videos showing you how to get the system up and running and earning you money as quickly as humanly possible. This is all broken down to simple little steps, bite-sized chunks, and we share our top secret strategies that we've never shared with anyone before inside the mission control. You're going to get over-the-shoulder mentoring from not just me, but my team of coaches as well. You're going to be able to access all the software, the tools that I've shown you to make all of this possible. Now, the second component is a comprehensive live brain dump style of training. And this is the live coaching sessions. Now, we believe that it's important that you have multiple contacts with us on a weekly basis, or at least have those available to you. So every single week, you're going to have a minimum of 4 live sessions. One is what we call the core training webinar that happens once per week. And then in addition to that, 3 live Zoom sessions where we'll be able to do interactive things with you, such as hot seats, such as on-screen demonstrations, such as business analysis, and such as you just watching us as we go about our daily business. And the value here is huge. It's not just me doing these, by the way. You'll get to know Sean, who is actually our head coach here, and he's built a multi-million-dollar business himself using the same method. And the value is just huge. Now, the third component is the $50,000 case study. And this is a video series and a secret document that shows you exactly how we went from scratch in a brand new niche, and in the space of 50 days, generated over $50,000 in income. And everything is revealed. You're going to see the exact niche that we're in, the exact product that we're selling. You're going to see how, day by day, things rolled out. So you'll see, after 1 week, this is where we were at. After 2 weeks, this is where we were at, and so on and so forth. And see how we were able to generate this money. And the whole idea here is to not just motivate you, but show you how you can do the same thing. So this is unlike anything that I've seen before, and the kind of thing that, honestly, that I was screaming out for when I was getting started in my online journey. You're going to see absolutely everything. And this is brand new, complete start from scratch case study there. The fourth component is the profit suite. And it says, 2 years of development and 500 grand in actual cost. It's actually closer to $1 million. It might even be over $1 million at this point. And it combines the three elements that I was mentioning earlier. So the first is that internal master list of the highest converting and best paying offers. But then on top of that, you're also getting the mail machine, which will allow you to have a specialized solution that can boost the profits enormously, and Profit Phantom, which is the engine that you're going to use to build and run your money-making campaigns. So the value here, well, it's kind of priceless, because this is what enables you to do this so much faster and so much easier. Now, the fifth component is what we call Done For You Confidential. And this is our private repository of done for you landing pages, emails, and other content, and is designed to accelerate your results. Every single one of these components is designed to do a specific thing related to getting you making money as quickly as humanly possible. And Done For You Confidential is the part that gives you the templates and allows you to hit the ground running by using tried and tested, proven frameworks for your own business. And this is where you'll get to tap into proven pages, like the kinds of pages that we've used to earn millions of dollars doing this for the past 15 years. You're also going to get component number 6, which is the 7-figure accelerator. And this component of 123 Profit is all about scaling. So we've seen over the years that sometimes people, they can get some runs on the board, they can sort of get something going, but they struggle to scale. So what we've done here is sort of dissect exactly what we do to scale, and we've turned that into a fast track blueprint for you so that you can quickly double, triple, and quadruple your income. And we know a thing or two about scaling. I mean, we've done this over and over again now. So you're going to be getting your hands on tactics that no one has ever seen. I mean, these are things that we have sort of pioneered ourselves over 15 plus years of running this business. Component number 7 is 123 Profit Live, okay? And this is a free all access pass. So this is an event that we're going to be holding over an entire weekend. And this is going to be hugely valuable, because it's where we can talk around the fringes of the 123 Profit business model and talk about ways that you can expand. And you can hear from other people, like industry leading authorities, like successful beta students, people who are earning 6 and 7 figures from this, and so much more. So you're going to get enormous value from that. And then the private network. Now, this is a combination of support avenues. The first is the Rapid Response Help Desk. This is where we are there waiting and ready to help you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. We've got a team located all around the world to give you great support there. In addition to that, we've got expert coaching. So this is a second layer of support team, people who are in the trenches doing this every single day. And we've been training these people up for quite a long time now, and they know this business model inside and out. In addition to that, you're also going to have access to the private community, where you're going to be able to connect with fellow members and help one another. And I think the key here is to have confidence and to give you peace of mind. We want you to know that we've got you covered. If you're worried about anything, if you've tripped up in the past or haven't been able to get going in the past because you haven't had someone in your corner, well, all that's going to change, because we are going to be there with you every step of the way. And I've helped thousands of people build successful businesses online, and I'm absolutely convinced that I can help you as well. Okay, so 123 Profit is a massive, ultra comprehensive training program. Literally no stone has been left unturned. We're giving you everything that you need to streamline your results. But that's not all, because in fact we're really bending over backwards here to dramatically increase your chances of success. We've got something called the certification system, and it is a series of certificates that celebrate the defining moments, like the breakthroughs, like reaching $100 per day, reaching $500 per day, reaching $1,000 per day. And these are going to be things that help you build momentum, but also recognize what you've achieved. And by sort of leveling up and achieving these awards, you're also going to unlock new ways that you can work with us and almost sort of partner with us. That's what the certification system is for. Here you can see the $100 per day revenue certificate. This is the $500 day one. This is the $1,000 per day one. You'll actually get one of these in the mail as you work through this. So again, we're rewarding success, and as a side benefit of that, you're also going to have new ways that you can partner with us, and as we test out different offers. So something to look forward to there. And the achievement badges, this is a form of accountability. There are 20 that you can unlock. We're kind of gamifying what we're doing here and taking you from making your first $500 right up to the $2 million 123 superstar badge as well. So there's a lot to do here. We've also got cash prizes where we're going to be giving away over $10,000 in prizes. I can see my timer is up there, so I'll just start that again, and I'll get that going. And we will go over and have a look inside our stats here in just a moment. I'll just get that started. But first, these cash prizes. So in addition to everything else that we're doing, we're going to be motivating you in lots of different ways. And one of the ways that we do that is by having fun sort of like challenges and prizes. So these prizes don't go out just to the person that's making the most money. It's not just for the member that's making the most money. It's about encouraging you to take action. So you'll be able to participate in different prizes and challenges, that we run, and you'll be able to go in the draw to win a lot of money, essentially. So I'm going to jump back over here now, and now we're at 5,939. So we've gone up $337 since I last checked in. We've got 1,640 visits today so far. We've had 448 clicks. We've had 274 conversions, and this is how it works. I mean, these are live stats. This is live data that's coming in. It's updating every few seconds, and if you watch those little dials, you'll see those ticking over. And this is the beauty of this business. And one thing I really want to stress here is when this workshop is wrapped up, when we're wrapping up the day and winding down here, there's nothing I need to do. I don't need to go and send out emails to customers. I don't even have any customers, essentially, because we're not selling any products. We're generating commissions without selling. And that's the magic here. That's why we're able to achieve these astronomical conversion rates, and couple that with the fact that sometimes we're making $100 or even $200 commissions at a time. It's just a complete game changer. So we're going to come back to that in another 18 minutes and check in to see where we're at. Okay, but is this all making sense so far, guys? Give me a 1 in the question box. I want to make sure I'm not losing anyone. I did see a question about return on investment. That's a really great question. So typically we aim to run at about a 50% profit margin. So if you're seeing, for example, me, $5,939, that would be getting up towards $3,000 in profit. And if you're getting started with something like this with a micro budget, if you're spending $10 in a day, you're going to be wanting to make $20 back. Okay, so that's about how the return on investment profit margin works. So let me run through this process one more time for you, and then I'll share how you can get in if this is something that you want to do. So to start with, you identify a winning offer. We're going to walk you through how to do this. It's really simple, and because you can test things out so quickly, it's not something that you're going to lose a lot of time on, unlike other business models out there where testing takes a long time. Here we identify a winning offer. We set up a simple page. I did this in 2 minutes and 15 seconds using the Phantom technology, and it's practically, when you've got the templates and everything, it's practically done for you. And then you start with a $5 to $25 per day budget in ads. It's a micro budget just to dip your toes in the water. And remember, if you're making $100 per lead, so $100 commissions, if you got just 10 of those, that would be $1,000. And if you're able to get a 20% conversion rate, then all you would need is 50 clicks. You would get 50 clicks, 50 people coming to a website, 10 of them generating a commission, $100 each one, that's $1,000. So the scale here, the size of this is just unlike anything that I've ever seen before. And we know the secret to driving thousands of clicks. Okay, we know the secret to driving thousands of clicks. I mean, it's monster traffic, and you can see 758,000 conversions there. Okay, 758,000 conversions, and this is why we're able to generate as much as $100,000 per month for each campaign that we run. Okay, this is the secret. And this is the whole point of the training. We're going to be revealing exactly how you can do this for yourself. And if you're fed up with complex and frustrating, business models that you may have struggled with in the past, if you just need to try something new, then this is something that you can do. It's fast, it's easy, and we're giving you everything that you need. So if you're wondering, if we're making so much money doing this, why on earth wouldn't we just keep it a secret? Well, the fact of the matter is we have kept it a secret since 2006 when we started doing it. We've never taught anyone how to do this, but we also love teaching people. And a few months ago, we brought in a select group of people into our pilot program, and we guided them through this. And each one of them made a website. Each one of them set up a website, and each one of them was able to get some amazing results coming in. And I was actually shocked by the kind of results that they were getting. I expected people to get results, but the scale that they got results to was off the charts. Okay, so look, here we can see $4,737 from Dom. He had no experience doing this whatsoever, but he was able to absolutely crush it in just 30 days. A guy with no experience. Here's Noel in Ireland, $6,321 in revenue on his website. Okay, brand new, no special experience to speak of whatsoever. Vaughan is in Australia, $5,979 in 30 days. Chris is in California, USA, $2,231 in a single week. Kerry is in Massachusetts. She's a grandmother, and she does this in her part-time, and $482 in a single day. This is Jack. He's actually down in New Zealand. $6,904 in 30 days. I mean, this is why it's been so rewarding for me. Is I see regular people who've come into our pilot program and they have crushed it. They have absolutely crushed it. And there is one caveat. There is one thing that all of these people have in common. There's one thing that they have all had to do. And do you know what that is? They've taken action. And unless you take action, unless you follow the steps, then you're obviously not going to earn anything. This is the one thing that all of these pilot program members had in common when they started. They made it happen. They worked with us, and they ended up with a website that was making them money day after day after day. And I really want to help you do this, but I need you to help me by promising to follow the simple steps that I'm going to lay out. So give me a yes in the question box. If you decide to jump into this, just give me a yes to let me know that you will follow the instructions, because honestly, at this point in my career, at this point in my life, I want to work with the people that are serious. I'm not here to work with tire kickers. I want to help transform people's lives. But the best way that I can do that is by working with people who are going to follow instructions. And that's why it helps to start with a clean slate. If you've got some prior experience, great. You're going to be able to leverage that. I've got no doubt about that at all. But save that experience for when we're in the later stages of the training, because that's really where you're going to be able to notice this. Okay. Now you've got two options here. The first is to go it alone, and this is the hard option. Unfortunately, this is how I got started online, and unfortunately, that's how a lot of people get started online. It took me at least a year, a good couple of years, really, to get to the point where I was able to make money every single day for my online business. It's a lot riskier going it alone, but the worst part of it all is that you make costly mistakes, and you lose a lot of time, so you can't get that time back. Now, there is an easier option. This is option 2, and this is to let us help you. It's quicker, it's easier, you can avoid making common mistakes and take advantage of our knowledge. The 15 plus years that we've been doing this, take advantage of the shortcuts, the training, the software, and most importantly, make money faster. And make money faster without the headaches along the way, and we can get you to the point of making money in a matter of days. Okay, so a quick recap and then how you can get started. You don't need to worry about selling anything. I mean, this is a massive advantage that doesn't exist in, I think, almost any other online business model that I can think of, even offline for that matter. I mean, we're making money without selling a single thing. The profit potential is huge. You've seen how we've built $1 million business out of this. The websites are incredibly simple, 20 to 30 words. They don't take long to set up. There's very low risk. You can run this business from anywhere in the world. I mean, you could be sitting on a beach drinking cocktails in the Caribbean or Fiji or wherever it is, and just checking in to see how things are going. I mean, that's the reality of this business. There are no barriers to entry. It's not complicated. There are no complicated technical hurdles. And that was one thing that the people that came into our pilot program were really amazed about. Was they said a couple of things. They said, wow, the speed is incredible. Secondly, it's much simpler than anything that they had done before or seen before, and surprisingly so. And thirdly, the conversions were ridiculously high. And these are the things that I've been sort of sharing with you here today. You don't need to talk to people either. I mean, I've got 6 different multi-million-dollar businesses that I've built up at this point, and without doubt, hands down, this is the only one of them that I can run as a solopreneur. I've got employees. In fact, I've got a team of 140 people on my team and my business at this point in time. And this is the only business that I can run on my own. I just don't need to have anyone else working for me for this, because it is so simple. And I certainly don't need to talk to suppliers, wholesalers, customers, or outsourcers, or anything like that. And you're building out a real business that you could sell for multiples of profits later. And to reiterate again, we're giving you everything that you need here. You simply need to get motivated, take action, be patient, and follow the steps. And this is the perfect opportunity for those who might be struggling to make money online. Maybe you need to hit the reset button. It's a great time to do that. We're starting a new year here. You've got the whole year ahead of you. And if you're looking for a realistic way to supplement your income, then maybe this is something that you could build into the mix. It's also great, though, for online business owners who've already got something else going but want to add more in, add some diversification in. And you can do it with this because it's not something that's going to disrupt your life, okay? So how could 123 Profit change your life? It could add an additional income stream. I think we've hammered that one home. And an additional income stream is something that could give you financial peace of mind. No longer have to stress about money or bills or price tags. It could give you a safe and secure retirement. I mean, if you're at that age where you want to enjoy your golden years, with an extra few $100s or even thousands of dollars per day coming in day after day, would that help you? That's within your grasp with this system. It's the ability to live the laptop lifestyle, to be your own boss and to work from home and allow you to help other people more, your kids, your parents, your siblings, your friends, and other people. Now, there are 3 important limitations that I want to make you aware of. The first is that we can only accept a limited number of people into this. I mean, this is the first time we are ever opening this training to the public. It quite likely be the last time, certainly the last time that we're doing it this year. Coaching and support. It takes time, and we are dedicated to going above and beyond and over-delivering on helping people. And because of this, we are going to cap the number of people that can come into it. It's as simple as that. So that's the first limitation. We can only accept a certain number of people. Secondly, we start the training on Friday. And just like when you're starting school, you need to be enrolled before the classes start. Okay. Now, if you can't attend the live workshop that we're doing on Friday, that's okay. You're going to have a replay available to you in the members area, but you still need to be in and enrolled, ready for that before Friday. And we will shut down as soon as we hit capacity. And the third limitation is you're going to get immediate access to this incredible $50,000 and 50-day report that we've got there for you. Okay. So that's the third limitation there. And what's it going to take to get started? We're giving you everything that you could possibly need here, okay? Everything. We're giving you all the tools, the systems, the strategy, the software, everything. If you're serious about creating a real online business in 2023, then this is unprecedented. We battled with how to price this for weeks, okay? The value here is huge. We were originally going to charge $9,997 and limit it to a very small group of individuals. And we thought that that would be a fair price because we're giving the entire system that allows you to earn potentially thousands of dollars per day. To give you some context here, the private mastermind that we have costs $12,000 annually. And, we've poured hundreds of thousands of dollars into this. Okay, so again, this is something that is that is enormously valuable. But we're not going to ask you for $9,997 because I know that would put it beyond the reach of most people, even though it would still be a bargain at that price point. So the price today is $4,997. However, there is a huge discount because we want to make this as affordable to everyone. It's a brand new year, it's a brand new opportunity, and we're giving a discount if you jump in right now of $1,500, meaning you can get access today by going to the link that you can see on the screen there. We'll get that in the chat box as well, and you can get started for one payment of $3,497 or 4 payments of $997. And it gets even better because you can get into this with complete peace of mind. You've got zero risk. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not seeing amazing results, if you just change your mind, then we will give you your money back. No hard feelings, no questions asked. And this is a disturbing trend that I'm seeing right now. Most courses don't offer refund guarantees, but when I was getting started out online, this was the kind of thing that would give me great peace of mind, and I want to be able to give that to you. So we are giving you a money-back guarantee, and not just that, we're going above and beyond because we're putting you in a position where you've got absolutely nothing to lose here by giving you the ultimate guarantee, the double your money-back guarantee, where as long as you follow every step of the training curriculum without deviation and actively use our support system and our tools and resources, we guarantee to not only refund your purchase, but double your money back if for some reason you're not able to be starting to make money in your first 60 days. So don't wait any longer. I do have a very special bonus that I'm going to be making available to the first 50 people, okay? The first 50 people that jump in. So if you are if you're in, type I'm in. If you are in the process of getting in, just type process in the question box. And I know that some people have had some issues with the question box. Some people have had the screen freezing up there a little bit, but hopefully you can see my screen now. Okay, so process. Lots of people are typing in. I'm in process. Okay, now for the first 50 people that jump in, and I can also see that Nick is in, Derek is in, Teresa's in, Shannon is in, Bill is in, Helen is in, Marissa is in, Jolie is in. A lot of people are typing process. Melissa, Bob, Elray, process. Okay, guys. So don't delay. Go ahead and jump in because there are some action taker bonuses, and I've got something called the Fast 50 bonus as well. So the 3 action taker bonuses first. Profit X is the first action taker bonus. Okay, this is 100 extra live coaching sessions. This is extended training over a period of 6 months. So 6 months of extra training. That's got to be worth at least $8,000. You'll get that for free if you jump in right now. You'll also get the Millionaire Mindset Sessions. This is 70 exclusive videos to help transform your mind and gain that millionaire mindset advantage. This is a complete start to finish course that I put together, and you're going to love this. I think you're going to get a lot of value out of that. And it's perfectly complementary to everything that we're doing inside of 123 Profit. Okay, and what we'll do with these is we need to manually upgrade you to them inside the members area, and that's why I'm saying let us know in the question box once you finish jumping in, because we're going to be able to get a log of that. And if your question box is frozen or something, don't worry. You can always email us. I'll tell you how you can do that later, and we'll manually upgrade you to get these. So that's the second action taker bonus there. That's easily worth a couple of $1,000s. And then lifetime access to the incredible content from the live event that we're going to be running. So that's the third bonus, okay? And I did say that if you're in the first 50 people to jump in this workshop, then we would reward you for your extreme speed and just commitment in getting in there by giving you 2 extra things, okay? And we can't give this to everyone, but the first is a get your first commission session. In fact, it's 3 sessions, private training sessions with specific strategies that deliver instant results and allow you to get more of that instant gratification coming through rapid commissions. And this sort of layers on top of the core training with some extra little tactics that you can use to your advantage, and then the performance plan as well. And this is also related to the habits and the daily rituals that the highest achievers in the world use. Okay, so you're gonna be able to tap into that. That's another actually complete start to finish course. So we're giving you everything you need here. And if you typed in process and you have finished jumping in, just type I'm in just so we can see that. And remember, don't go anywhere. We do have a lot more surprises in store for you, and I'm getting an update from my team. It looks like about half of those it looks like about half of the Fast 50 bonuses have been snapped up. I am going to get to the point where I can take some questions in just a moment, but congratulations to Daniel, Richard, Amal. Some people saying process. Okay, that's good. Yep. And a couple of people said that they couldn't get the web page to work. So we'll have a look at that in just a second here. I'll go and take a look. But first though, just to reiterate, we're giving you everything you need. You're getting all of the 8 different components. So the mission control, the live coaching, the 50K case study, the profit suite, the done for you confidential, 7-figure accelerators, the live event, the support system, the private community, the certification, the achievement, the cash prizes, the action taker bonuses, and right now the Fast 50 bonus as well. Now, you need to be in as soon as possible to be able to participate in this, and you may as well get in now so you get all the bonuses. You're going to have multiple live sessions each week along with new videos released in a module by module format, and you'll have what you need to get started today, but not the entire curriculum. Okay, if we gave you everything at once, it'd be like trying to drink from a fire hose. We're not going to do that. We're going to give you what you need to start with, which includes instant access to the 50K in 50 days case study, and we're going to be guiding you through week by week by week to help you get to that finish line. You'll have immediate access to our support team. But look, it's time for you to decide. And if you don't decide, then this opportunity could pass you by. So you've got an opportunity with 0 risk to jump in right now, but you need to take the leap of faith and do it. We will hit capacity. We always do. We only do one training like this per year, and now is the time that we are doing it. Then we shut down, and we're going to be on the inside working with our members. Okay, so now is the time to jump in. Like I see, my timer is up there, so I will get that going again. We'll set another 20-minute timer, and let me see if I can do this. 20 minutes, and I'm going to take you over, and we'll see if we can have a look. Actually, before I do that, let me see if I can bring up another screen here. So stand by. Just going to show you how this works and how easy it is for you to get started. So this is the URL that you're going to be able to come to. I just typed that in the question box there, and you'll land on a page that looks like this. And you've got 2 options here, okay? The first option is the one payment of $3,497, and the second is the split part payment option. Now, I would recommend you take that one part payment option because it works out to be $491 cheaper than if you take 4 payments of $997. So a little bit of a reward there for the one part payment. You'll come in here, and in here, you can choose to pay with a credit card if you want to. You can pay with PayPal if you want to. You put your information in, and you can see the guarantee is in here. So you've got 30-day guarantee. You're also getting a double your money back guarantee. And this is processed through ClickBank, which is a company that has processed billions of dollars in orders. So it's as simple as that, okay? Now, check out the stats here. We're now at 6,171. So it's climbing up there, 6,171. And we've done 1,673 clicks. We've done 284 conversions. And since last time we checked, we've actually gone up $250. So in the last 20 minutes, we've made 250. Is that right? Yeah, around about 200, maybe $240 in the last 20 minutes. So this is exactly how this works. And this is the power of the system that I've been talking about. And this is going to keep ticking over. $6,171 for the day. That represents about $3,000 in profit into my bank account. Okay, so back over to the slides here now. Don't wait any longer, guys. Go ahead and jump in. I know that we are having questions come in, and I'm going to take some of the most common questions here in just a second. So look, the aim here is to go from $0 to $500 per day in 30 days. It's the fastest way of generating money online that I know of. There are no barriers to entry. You simply follow the system, and it's very scalable, and you can accelerate the profits very quickly. So let me know again in the question box if you are getting in. It looks like we've got a couple of, we've got 6 spots left right now in that Fast 50 bonus. Okay, so if you get in right now, you'll be able to secure that. And I want to help you. I want to help you succeed with this, but you need to take action first. And it's up to you. We've got 15 years of experience in teaching regular people from all corners of the globe how to build an online successful business, and you can do it too. But you need to take the next move. I mean, I absolutely love doing this. I'm passionate about it. It gives me an enormous amount of enjoyment in running this business model and in sharing it with other people. So now's your opportunity to do this. Now, some people are saying, is there another way that I can pay? Is there a cheaper way to get in? We don't have any other installment plans or anything like that, but one thing that might help you is this minimum payment method. And this is a way that you can potentially get in for about $1 a day, essentially. So you would go to the URL, just like I've shown you, and you pay with a credit card, and then just pay the minimum on your credit card when it's due. So I got an online calculator from Forbes, and I put the numbers in here. So let's say you pay the one-time payment, $3,497. If your credit card rate is 24%, if your minimum payment is 1%, that would mean that your monthly payment, your monthly minimum payment will be $34.97. Now, this is just an example, but this is basically how credit card financing can work. You pay for something on your credit card, and then in the months ahead, you just pay the minimum balance off. And you should talk to your own bank for details about that. Cheryl is saying that PayPal credit might be a good option for some people. Yeah, so PayPal credit is available, I think, in the United States, maybe in the UK as well. And from what I understand, but you want to verify this for yourself, it gives you 6 months with 0 payments and 0 interest. So you can get in the same way. You can use the link that you can see there, jump in and choose the PayPal option. So some questions. Actually, just before I get to questions, I do want to clarify a couple of things. So a few people have been asking about costs. So listen up really closely here, guys, because I'm going to break this down step by step by step. Okay, I'm going to break this down and share what the exact costs are, because I think it's really important. I've summarized them here for you. So normally with running an online business, you've got 4 costs. And I think of these as the infrastructure or the utility costs. These are the things that enable an online business to function. So first you've got a domain name. This might cost you $10. You get one of these from GoDaddy. It's a yearly cost. Then you've got hosting, and this is how your website is actually published online. And the cost of hosting can be as low as $5 or $6 a month and up to $50 or more. And this typically depends on the amount of traffic a website gets and also how many websites you've got. So you may have heard of a company called HostGator. It's one of the biggest hosting companies in the world. They've got a cheapest plan starting at $11.95 per month. And if you want to have multiple websites with HostGator, I think it's $17.95 per month. So hosting's the second cost. The third cost that we see with any online business that leverages a subscriber base like what we're doing is related to sending out emails. And the tools are called autoresponders. You might have used these or heard about them in the past. Now, the good news here is that the ability to send out emails is one of the most easiest and fastest ways to accelerate profits. In fact, it's one of the most profitable parts of the business. But you still need technology to be able to do it. You just can't do it without the technology. So to give you an idea of what this technology costs, you might be looking at $100 per month for an autoresponder, like SendLane or similar. Now, the fourth cost of running a business is the technology to build, monitor, and tweak the actual pages. And one of the most well-known software solutions in the space for doing this is ClickFunnels, who you may have heard of. Another one is Lead Pages. And I think ClickFunnels has an entry-level plan. It costs about $147 a month if you're on the monthly plan, and it goes up from there. So to sum up, you'd have a domain name for $10 a year. Let's call that $1 a month. You'd have hosting for about $17 a month, an autoresponder for $100 a month, the web page builder for $147 a month, and the total would be in the vicinity, give or take, $265 a month. And it's scary, actually, how quickly these costs can add up. However, and here's the really important part that I want to stress to you, we've come up with a solution to make sure that these costs don't become a roadblock for you. So aside from a domain name, you won't have any of these costs at all in your first 100 days. We will just absorb these costs for you. We will absorb these costs for you, okay? Now, secondly, from 100 days onwards, if you want to continue to use our in-house tools, we will allow you to do that at what works out to be about cost price, which means $1 per day to be able to send out emails, $1 per day to be able to build out and manage your pages, and 30 cents per day to host your website. So you're looking at $2.30 per day, roughly speaking, to run your business. And that's a business that could make you thousands of dollars per day. $2.30 per day. And finally, on this note, just to hammer this home, I want to stress this one. You have none of these infrastructure costs other than a domain name in your first 100 days. And whether you want to continue to use our in-house tools, that's up to you. You know, after the 100 days, you could use other tools if you want to. You're never going to be tied into any complex billing cycle or anything like that. We're giving you freedom and ability to choose. But in the first 100 days, all you're going to need is a domain name from an infrastructure standpoint. Now, what about traffic? We recommend you start with a cheap paid traffic system. We like paid traffic. We like to do it cheaply because it's like turning on a light switch and you can see the results coming in. And you can have a micro budget of $5 a day or $25 per day until you're making profits. And hopefully you're going to be able to make profits in the very short term. And you've got free traffic as an option as well. And we want to get to the point where you're spending $10 a day and you're making $20 back, and then you can scale. We keep it super, super low risk. Is this making sense, guys? Give me a yes in the question box if all that about the costs and everything makes sense. It's really important because you need to understand how this business model works. And there really are no skeletons in the closet here. I mean, everything that I'm sharing with you, I mean, this is it. I mean, this is how we run the business. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, awesome. Thank you for everyone who's typing in yes there. How long will it take to make money? This is a good one. Now, I've seen people make money in hours after turning on their system. I can't guarantee that's going to happen to you, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does. The moment that you start to turn on the traffic, it could be a trickle, but as we've seen before, it can turn into a river pretty quickly. And what's the average amount that this could make? I think it's difficult talking about averages, but one way to look at this is if your simple system gets you to $100 per day in profit, and based on your investment here today, then that would be amazing. I mean, I would take that all day long. Assuming that you got $100 per day in profit, that's a whopping 900% return on investment in just 1 year. And if you look at the cost of ads alone, which is one of the main methods that we use for driving traffic, then we aim for a 100% return on investment every single day. So spending $10 a day and making $20 back day after day after day. And you can almost immediately start reinvesting your profits at that stage, and you're playing with what we call house money. You're playing with the profits that the system has thrown off for you. And it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. So we will take a few questions now. Actually, let me do something here. I'm just going to pause my screen here for a second. And let me see if I can bring up leave this up here. So I'm going to leave this ticking away here so that you can see the live stats coming in just while I go about answering some questions. Okay, so if you do have a question now, it's a good time to put it in. And we are doing our best here behind the scenes to answer your questions, but I tell you what, you are an incredibly active group of participants here. So I asked you for that. Thank you for that. It's hard to keep up with the questions, but we're going to do our best of answering a few of them now. And don't wait to get in, okay? If you know you like this, if you like the sound of this, then go ahead and jump in right now. There's no point in waiting right until the very end. In fact, I saw a couple of people who had technical issues getting in a moment ago, and we were able to help them because we're on the call here with you live right now, okay? And one other thing I'll say, if you are on the fence right now, just type fence in the question box, F-E-N-C-E, capital, and then let us know why you're on the fence. What is it that you need to know, okay? So some people say, I can't access the link. So we're going to get that in the chat box, and we'll paste it in the chat box again there. And that's the link that you need to use. And you can also see it on the screen. And you go to that link, and that's all you need to do. Okay, so I'll answer some questions here, some more questions here live right now. So can a newbie, someone who's got no other online business experience, do this? Yes, in fact, it's designed specifically for that type of person. How long before I'm making money? Could potentially be making money the same day you turn the traffic on. That's going to happen in the next few weeks. Now, we do have some foundation work to do, but we're hitting the ground running with this. Today, when you go in, you're going to get the $50,000 and 50-day case study. Okay, just going to have a sip of water here. How much time will this take me? To get things up and running, 5 to 10 hours per week. But once you've got things up and running, it's really a case of just checking in, on a semi-regular basis. It doesn't take that much time to run. There's no team that you need or anything, and you're setting up campaigns that just tick over and run on autopilot. Okay. Can I use a Mac or a PC? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, any device that's got an internet connection to run the business. Can it be done outside the United States? Yes, absolutely. I'm in New Zealand myself right now. I live in Argentina most of the time. You would have seen from our pilot program, we had people in, let's see, Ireland, the United States, in the UK. We had people in Australia. We had someone down here in New Zealand as well. We had someone in Mexico. We have some people in Europe, Canada. So yeah, it can work from anywhere in the world. Here's a question that I really like, and this is an important one. If we're not selling any products, why is someone paying us? So the model that we're using is often referred to as CPA marketing, which means cost per action. And it's where the companies pay us and potentially you to generate leads for them. And many of the biggest companies in the world participate in this marketing model, including the likes of Geico Insurance, including Uber, including Nutrisystems, Airbnb, American Express, Apple, Microsoft, and many, many more. And this is a robust and legitimate form of marketing. It's not scammy at all. It's something that's been around for decades now. And it's simply a way that these big companies can pay people like us to provide them with information, which normally consists of an email address. Sometimes it's a name as well. Sometimes it's a zip code. Sometimes it's a physical address. It depends on the offer. Now, why would they pay us to do this? Simple. They're trying to figure out all the different ways that they can make sales. So these big companies are using billboards, they're using TV commercials, they're using sponsorships, and part of their toolbox of strategies is this CPA marketing that we're doing that allows companies like us and yours to make money day after day after day by providing the big companies with leads that they need to then sell their services. Did that make sense? Give me a 1 in the question box if that's making sense. Yeah, okay, good. Hopefully that covers that one. When does the training start? It starts on Friday. What if we can't attend the first training session? That's okay. It's going to be in the members area so you can consume it at your own pace. And that's another really important point. You can move forward in this. You can go forward with this at your own pace as well. And I can see we've now got $6,308 in commissions coming in there. I didn't even see that click over. I was too busy looking at the question box here, but $6,308 have come in so far today into my, this is just one of my commission accounts. So hopefully you're seeing the power there. Will the training be recorded? How long will we have access to it? You'll have lifetime access to the members area. And yeah, we record all of the training. And it's not just video training either. We've got PDFs in there. We've got mind maps in there. We've got interviews. There's a bunch of interviews that you'll be able to see today, in fact, if you jump in there. If I select the split pay, can I make enough money after 30 days to pay for the next installment? I can't guarantee that, but it's certainly going to be possible. Am I crazy if I sign up today but buy 1, 2, 3 profit, but don't have the time to actually start it right now and probably won't for a few months? Yeah, I mean, you're not. I don't think you're insane. If this is you, I suggest that you sign up anyway, because that gets your foot in the door. It secures your spot, and there's no guarantee that this is going to be open all that much longer. And I just saw the commission jump in there. Did you see that commission jump up? It just jumped up to $6,408. So that was a $100 commission right there. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, it's the most important thing right now is that you get your foot in the door. Okay, get your foot in the door, because this is what's going to allow you to have access to the training. And you might want to think about ways that you can get started sooner, because if you need to wait a couple of months, you could have, in that time, you could have set up a really quite lucrative income stream in that time. Okay. What else have we got here? And Bill was just asking about the commissions. Yeah, so today we're making, just work this out, we're making around about $22 per commission today. It just depends on the offers we're running. Like some days it averages out to be 100, some days 50, some days 15. But nonetheless, I think what really matters is the scale at which we're making this money. What traffic sources can we use? We like to use Microsoft and Google to get started, but then we scale out into some other types of traffic as well. Can I do this with a business partner? Yes, you can do it with a business partner. Is the training drip fed or available all at once? There's a good chunk that's available right now for you to get started with, such as the case study, such as the interviews, and you'll be able to enroll in the first training, which happens live on Friday. So there's a good amount of information for you to hit the ground running, but we release the information week by week. And we do that because that's what we have found to be the most effective way to get people to this finish line, to get people to where they're making hundreds of dollars per day. And you're just going to have to be patient with that, and you're going to see how you really can scale that very, very quickly in a very short space of time. Okay. Do I have to be a copywriter? No, you don't have to be a copywriter. Okay, I'm going to jump back across to open up my slides here again. And we will take a few more questions, and then I'll get into recapping a few things. And I'm not missing your questions, by the way, guys. I'm just doing my best to. There's so much engagement happening here. So, all right, let's take a look here. And I can see my timer is about to get down to 0, but we did just actually look at the stats, so it doesn't make any sense for me to go and have a look at them now. We can look at them a little bit later. Okay, so I'm gonna stop that, and we'll restart the timer there. I'll just wait for that to get down to 0, and then we can restart that timer, and we'll be able to take some more. I'll go through a few more slides, actually. I'll go through a few more slides, and then I'll recap on things. And we are going to be wrapping this up soon, so I'm going to ask you again to, if you want to get started in this, just go ahead and do it now, because we are going to be wrapping up the workshop soon, and I want you to have made sure that you could get in before the end of the workshop, just in case you hit any glitches or anything like that along the way. Okay. All right. Now, cash flow. Our aim here is that you'll be able to build true, long-lasting wealth by being a member of 123 Profit, but it's also that you'll be able to achieve life-changing cash flow in the short term. And the importance of cash flow is that it can quickly solve everyday problems in your life and allow you to live more comfortably. So your cash flow are the profits that you've got coming into the account. And one thing that I learned a long time ago is that consistent cash flow enables you to live with freedom. And I know a lot of millionaires out there who don't actually have that much cash flow. And sometimes they're asset rich, but they're cash poor. And what happens is they actually can't live with complete freedom. But by achieving reliable cash flow day after day after day, you can have freedom. Even if you don't have millions in the bank, you can take care of the expenses in your life. You can buy whatever it is that you want to buy at the supermarket without thinking twice about it. You no longer need to decide about your vacations, based on a budget, but rather by what you want to do. And you can do all of this while also building long-lasting wealth. And that's something that I love about this business. And you can set it up in a way where you get the best of both worlds. And remember, the potential here is massive. Here you can see stats from January, February, and March coming into one of my accounts. It's all low risk because I like that, but I also like high reward as well. And this is cash flow focused, but it's tying together long-term success with short-term wins. And here you can see it's just month after month after month. $71,000, $81,000, $112,000, $128,000. It goes on and on and on. $1.3 million in 12 months. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop this timer for a second. I'm going to do something completely different. I'm going to set a 10-minute timer here. Whoops. I'm going to set a 10-minute timer here because I'm going to do something completely new and different. And I don't think that you would have seen this before. So if you decide to get in and take action in the next 10 minutes, I am going to massively sweeten the deal for you. But you do have to get in the next 10 minutes. So if you've been waiting for a reason to get in, I'm giving you that reason right now. And what I'm going to allow you to do is to have a free stay in a luxury resort or hotel in one of dozens of countries, thousands of hotels around the world. Now, how on earth can we do this? what we've done is we've partnered with a company that gives away the empty rooms that resorts have. So most resorts and most hotels around the world, they never full to 100% capacity. When a resort has an empty room, it makes no money at all. But if it has someone staying in that room, even if they didn't pay for it, they might go to the bar and have a drink. They might eat in a restaurant. They might use the minibar. They might get a spa service or something. And at least then the hotel makes some money. So what we're offering you here today is an opportunity to have a free stay in one of these hotels and resorts. There's no catches, there's nothing, I mean, it's kind of unusual. You haven't heard about this happening before. You probably haven't heard about it happening before, but we've been able to pay some money. This doesn't come for free. We've been able to pay some money to partner with a company that allows us to do this. So you're going to be able to get up to 7 nights of luxury accommodation in one of over 1,800 beautiful locations across 37 countries. You can stay for a long weekend. It could be somewhere that you could drive to potentially, or you could go further afield, stay 7 nights in Thailand, or any of over 1,800 different choices. And there is no catch here. In fact, I mean, the only catch is you need to get in. See, my timer didn't start there, so luckily I caught that. There we go. Now the timer is counting down. So you need to get in the next 9 minutes and 53 seconds to be able to do this, okay? That's the only catch. And the reason that we're limiting that is if we just made this available to everyone that came in, it would be difficult for us to fulfill this. But if you jump in right now, we can do it. We've got a partnership with the company and we're going to be able to do it. So maybe you want to travel somewhere in the United States, Miami, go and get some sunshine. Lake Tahoe, that's actually where I met my wife in 2003, California, Lake Tahoe. I was doing a ski season up there. It's beautiful. Maybe you want to go to the Grand Canyon. I mean, who doesn't want to go there? Yosemite. There's so many amazing places. Or head to Hawaii. I did a trip around Hawaii in a convertible Jeep a few years ago. That was a lot of fun. It's so beautiful. I mean, the mountains, the beach. Hawaii's got a bit of everything. Or maybe you want to go to the UK, head up to Scotland, see Edinburgh, Glasgow, get down to London. Or Australia. Australia, we've got lots of amazing places to visit. I mean, Central Coast, Cairns, you've got cities as well, like Brisbane and Sydney, do the Great Ocean Road. So many beautiful places. And by the way, all of these places that I'm showing you here, these are places where there are hotels and resorts that we work with that we can connect you up to. I'm not just pulling out random locations here. These are places that you can choose between. Or come down to New Zealand and visit me. I mean, New Zealand has got some amazing places to visit. In fact, if you look at that on the bottom left there, it says Marlborough. That's actually pretty similar to what my view is out my window right now. I'm looking at vineyards, I'm looking at rolling hills, and it's beautiful. There's lots for you to see in New Zealand, and why not take advantage of this and get a free stay, while you're traveling. Or Canada. There's so many amazing places that you could go here. Check out Vancouver, Toronto, Niagara Falls. I haven't been to Niagara Falls, but it's on my bucket list. So maybe I'll do this as well. Asia, I did my honeymoon in Asia. We went 6 weeks through Southeast Asia, Koh Samui, Bangkok, Phuket, some amazing resorts along the way. And I'll tell you one thing about Asia, they have got the best hotels and the best resorts of any that I've found anywhere in the world. Like, they just take luxury to a new level. Okay, so this is a way that you can tap into that as well. So Asia, Europe, Paris, one of my favorite cities in the world. Dublin, we traveled around Ireland a few years ago, and I love Ireland. It's a great place to travel. I was in Rome pretty recently, actually. In fact, you might have seen I did a road trip around Italy, Switzerland, France, and Monaco recently. And on a separate trip, I went with my family to Rome. So I love Rome. In fact, little known fact, I've actually got an Italian passport, which I was able to get after I got married with my wife, because she's of Italian descent. So anyway, love Europe. Guys, we're going to keep that countdown timer going, another 6 minutes and 40 seconds. And if you get in, I'm going to make sure that you get access to this. And the way that you, so I can see some people saying, I've paid and I'm in. If you are in process of getting in, just type process in the question box. I really want to make sure, this is like a safety net for me, that we record we record it in the chat log that you are actually in process of getting in, and then more importantly, let me know I'm in once you are finished getting in. Thank you for that, Abby. Thank you, Hannah. Bronwyn is in process. Tanisha is in process. Ilana is in process. I'm not reading out your name. Don't freak out. There are a lot of people typing in here. I'm asking for directions for these travel opportunities, says Paul. Kirsten is in. Awesome. I've got access to the members area already, says Lee. That's great. Congratulations, guys. If we're missing your question, Paul, I didn't see your question, but if you want to ask it again, I'll try to get it shortly. Lots of people saying they're in process. So get in the next 5 minutes and you will get this. We do need to limit it, hopefully for quite obvious reasons there. And just while you are jumping in, you don't need to stop listening. You can just go to the URL. You can go to the link that you can see, and we'll paste that in the chat box again for you, just so that that pops up there for you. And you can click on that and you can go ahead and make your investment. While you're doing that, I want to recap on a few thoughts that I've got, a few ideas. So I think it's important to think, what do you really want in your life? Could a business that provides you with passive income every day, maybe it's $100 a day, maybe it's $1,000 a day, but could that kind of a business that gives you passive income that runs on almost complete autopilot, would that open up a whole new realm of possibilities for you? Because in my mind, that's what's at stake here. And this is a way that you can move forward. And we would love for you to join us here, but you need to take the first move. You've seen the information, you've heard the stories, and I'm sure you've got more questions. Maybe you don't even know what the question is. You just kind of feel like you want to learn more before you jump in. Well, the place to do that, though, is on the inside. So take the leap of faith. Don't wait any longer. Jump in right now. And personally, I'm really excited to start working with you. I'm just having a sip of water here. We have been going for quite a while, 1 hour and 35 minutes or so. So we've still got a lot to cover. I've got more surprises for you in store. I've got a free gift for everyone at the end, okay? So some pretty cool things to come. I'll take another sip here and then we'll dive back in. So I think it's important to think about these kind of things, and just to be aware that if you want to get different results, don't keep doing the same thing over and over again. Advance, move forward, get better, adapt. Just keep pushing yourself forward. And I'm grateful for the fact that over the past 15 years, I've been able to help thousands of people, thousands of regular people who've come into our training programs and have pushed forward. And if you look at the images of the photos of these people that you see on the screen here, these are people that at one point in time were on a workshop, like this workshop that you're on right now, and they took the leap of faith and they came in to one of our programs and they were able to look back on that workshop, and that was a turning point for them. And this could be your breakthrough year, but you need to do something new. You need to do something different. And that's what we are giving you the opportunity to do right now. If you've struggled in the past, if you've had challenges in the past, if you feel like you've never hit your potential in the past, then this is a new opportunity. You got a whole year ahead of you. This is a radically different system to anything I've ever seen anyone else doing, and it could be a complete game changer. So don't delay, get into this right now. I'm going to recap the 3 steps one final time here, and then we are going to be wrapping up this workshop, okay? And you can see 2 minutes and 28 seconds to get in, and you will be securing all of the bonuses. And look, we've actually gone through the Fast 50 bonus, but if you get in, and if you let me know that you are getting in the next couple of minutes, I'll make sure you get the Fast 50 bonuses as well, okay? All right, so the 3 steps of the system are simple. The first is to identify a winning offer. This is a high converting offer, and you're going to choose it based on the metrics. You're going to let the numbers do the talking here, and you're going to choose something that could potentially make you a lot of money. You're then going to set up a simple web page. We're not going to overthink this. We're going to do a very simple web page. It's not going to have many words on it. It's not going to be something that you have to agonize over. It's going to be something that you can push a few buttons and you're going to get it up and running. And if we have to drag you kicking and screaming, if we have to jump in and push the buttons and do different bits and pieces for you, we will just do that, because we are not going to let anyone be left behind floundering around because they haven't got a website up. Everyone is going to choose an offer. Everyone is going to get a web page up, and then you're going to drive traffic. And we're going to use a very low cost, very low risk strategy to begin with. It's like turning on a light switch. You're going to start with a very small budget in the $5 to $25 per day range. You're going to drive simple traffic that wants to find out about what you've got. It's targeted traffic to your website, and as a result of that, you're going to be able to start making money. And once you're making money, you're going to accelerate the profits, and you're going to be able to promote more profitable offers. You're going to be building up an incredible list of email subscribers. You're going to be building out a real strong foothold in a niche, and you're going to be able to provide a lot more value to people. And the battle cry here is that you reach $500 per day in profit in 30 days. And again, the real value though is that you're learning the recipe, and you've got the master key at that point. If you've got the master key to running this business in the next 30 days, even if you're not at $500 per day, like what if you're just at $100 profit per day? Would you be happy with that? Just give me a yes in the question box right now. If you would be happy at $100 profit per day in 30 days time, 1/5 of our battle cry there. The yeses are flooding in. Yeah, because the most important thing there is that you would have the master key. You'll know the system, you'll know the recipe, and you'll be able to do this. But you need to get in right now. Okay, my timer has just stopped there. I'm going to start another 20-minute timer there. And this will probably be the last one, because when this one finishes, I think we're going to be wrapping up the workshop. Okay. A lot of people saying, yes, absolutely, I would. Some people saying, no, I wouldn't. Okay, look, the point is we're going to be doing everything that we can to make sure that you get the fastest result and you scale as fast as humanly possible. And the components that we've got here are designed to do just that. Okay, you're getting mission control. These are the core steps of the system in a dedicated members area. You're getting 100 clear and concise step-by-step videos showing you how all of this works. You're getting intricate details of the top secret strategies that we've used to earn millions of dollars with this model. And the mission control, I mean, this component alone is easily worth the price of admission, because what are you getting here? You're getting 16 years of experience, boiled down to 100 bite-sized videos that you can work through at your own pace. It's invaluable. I mean, this is easily worth the price of admission, even if we didn't have any of the other things. But we are layering the other components on top, because we know that each one of these is going to make it easier for you to succeed. So the live coaching sessions are the second component here. What we do each week is we do one core training webinar, and then we do multiple Zoom sessions where we treat these kind of like office hours, where we just jump on, we do live demonstrations, we sometimes do hot seats and business analysis, and they're fun. I mean, they help guide you along, make sure you're not getting stuck on anything, and you're going to get to know some of the team. It's not just me that deliver this. We've got like Sean there, he's an in-house expert, and the value that you're going to get week after week after week is huge here. And then layered on top of that, you've got 50K case study, which some people are already going through. And this is something that's going to be motivational. This is not the recipe though. This is like a story of, hey, look what we did, and here's how we did it. And it shows you everything. It really pulls back the curtain. It lifts up the kimono, and it shows you all the details. And this is the kind of, because I sometimes think what it was like for me when I was getting started online, and I didn't really have many of the blueprints or recipes, if you like, that we're giving you today. And one of the things that I was screaming out for was, just give me an example, just give me a case study. And that's exactly what we're doing for you here. You're getting a PDF document, which is accompanied by a set of videos as well, and that's going to set you up and have you ready to hit the ground running. As soon as you join 123 Profit, you're actually going to be able to tap into that as well. And I can see people in the members area who have said they're in the members area already. Now, the fourth component is the Profit Suite. Now, this is something that we have invested an enormous amount of time and money, almost $1 million into developing, and it combines three main elements: an internal master list, which we have painstakingly put together of the best paying offers that you'll be able to tap into; the mail machine, which is this revolutionary, completely specialized software for enabling us to send out the different types of emails that we send; and Phantom. Phantom is like the engine that runs the business. So to give you an analogy here, you've got, if you are familiar with e-commerce stores, often they are powered by a store platform, like it could be like Shopify or something like that, or BigCommerce or Cartsy. There's a bunch of them out there. that's the engine that runs those businesses. But for running the type of business we're doing with 123 Profit, you need something completely different. And that's what the Phantom is all about. It enables you to quickly get things up and running and then quickly monetize them. Okay. The fifth component is done for you confidential. This is our private repository of landing pages, emails, and other content that we've built up over 16 years. And this is how you can hit the ground running, because you're going to be able to tap into our best performing marketing assets. And we've never given these away to anyone before. The 7-Figure Accelerator, this is all about scaling, helping you grow the business, includes secret manuals, private strategies, additional tactics, and much, much more. And then the live event. I mean, this is going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to this. And you can beam into this and tune in from the comfort of your own home. Okay, the value here is huge. We never do live events normally for under a couple of $1,000s for a full weekend. So you're getting free access to this, and the private network, which is amazing. And I absolutely believe that we have the very best support in the industry. I'm grateful to work with the amazing people that you can see on the screen here. And this is just some of them. You're going to discover this firsthand, that you'll be able to validate this for yourself. This is not some random group of misfits that we've cobbled together. These are people who have a lot of experience in building online businesses, a lot of experience in how we run the 123 Profit business, and collectively decades of experience in helping thousands of people who have come through our programs. And it's impossible to put a dollar value on this level of support, because if you think about it, it could be infinite. I mean, the right kind of support could be the difference between you building a business that provides for you for the rest of your life, potentially, or getting stuck and doing nothing at all. So the difference, if you look at it in a return on investment standpoint, is infinite at that point, okay? So guys, now is the time to jump in. Don't wait any longer. Get in right now. I will take some more questions at the end. We're doing our best. I know that some of the coaches have had that we've got in the background here have just been bombarded with so many questions. So thank you for that. If we haven't got to yours, we are working hard to get to it though, okay? And you can see the link on the screen. That's where you need to go right now. You're also getting the certification system. You're getting the achievement badge system. We've got fun cash prizes all along the journey. Everything that you could possibly need to succeed with this. We're doing everything that we possibly can here. And it's up to you to take the leap of faith. So jump in right now. And look, I'm not even asking you for a firm yes or no today. I'm asking you to put yourself in a position to make that fully informed decision. And that's all. The only way that you can make a fully informed decision is by being on the inside. You can't do that on the outside. I could be on here for hours and hours and hours, and I'll still only scratch the surface of what's possible and the nuances of this business model. But by getting on the inside, you get to see firsthand if everything that I've shared with you on this webinar is as valuable as I've said it is. And then if it's for you, great, you keep it. And if it's not for you, then you can ask for your money back. No hard feelings. You're protected here 100%. You can change your mind. You don't even need a reason. You've got nothing to lose, but you need to put yourself in a position to win. And the only way that you can do that, the only thing that you can do here, the only other thing you can do to take action right now is to jump in. And you can do that by going to the link that you can see there, and the link that we've put in the chat box as well. Now, it's a big investment. I get it. This is not, chump change. This is not throwaway money. It might be the biggest investment you've considered making for a while. But if you look at the facts, access to this costs one payment of $3,497 or 4 payments of $997. And for a lot of people, the knee-jerk reaction is to think that you just can't afford it. Now, only you know your financial situation, and I would never recommend you do anything that puts you in an awkward financial situation. And I'm not qualified to give you financial advice, but what I will say is that in my experience, the biggest wins that I've had in life have always come when I've gone outside my comfort zone. That's a common theme with the most successful people I know. The magic happens when you go outside your comfort zone, because that's where you grow. I think the real question here is, how badly do you want this? If you want it badly enough, if you can see the power in what we're talking about here, then you'll see the investment in perspective. And if you can do that, you'll find a way to get in. You'll just find a way. So the real question here is, are you willing to do what it takes to jump in? And then when you're in, are you willing to follow the simple steps? If you're not willing to follow the simple steps, then don't get in the first place. I know what's going to be best for you once you're on the inside, and once you're in, you just need to follow the recipe. So if you like what you've seen, if you want to try this out for yourself, if you want to give yourself a new chance and do something radically different that could improve your life in 2023, then do it right now. Go to the link that you can see. Now, there are a small amount of people who may have a genuine financial restraint. Like, for example, if you're in a developing country, you're earning less than $1,000 a month, you can't get a credit card or anything like that, then you might have a financial restraint. But for 99% of people here, and for almost everyone in the Western world, if you really want to get in, you can find a way, especially given the financing terms that credit cards offer and the likes of PayPal and stuff these days. And let's not forget that from a financial standpoint, you are at zero risk. You've got 30 days, no questions asked refund period, meaning you can change your mind. Doesn't matter if it's 29 days from now or 29 minutes from now, and you can get a full refund. And there's no hoops you're going to have to jump through. I'm not going to say, show me what you've done. No, there's none of that. But in addition to the 30-day no questions asked guarantee, you've also got the double your money back guarantee. And for that one, you do need to follow the steps in the training. And we are incredibly confident that if you do follow the steps, then inside of 60 days, you're going to be able to be making money from this. And if not, then we will return your investment. Not only that, we will double it. So we're putting you in a position where you've only got upside. We've helped so many people succeed online. We can help you too, but only if you're on the inside with us. If you follow our proven system, you've got enormous upside and you are backed up. You've got no risk. You are protected. And as the old saying goes, if you do nothing, then nothing will change. Everything stays the same. In fact, things don't just stay the same because the longer you do nothing, the worse off you tend to become. So sign up now. Put yourself in a position to succeed. And that is what you can do here today. That is what you need to be doing right now. Now, for those of you who haven't signed up yet and who from a financial standpoint know that if you wanted to, you could jump into this. The next most common question that we get is about the time that's involved. And that's a better question, honestly, in my opinion, because money comes and goes, but a minute gone is gone forever. So you need to be careful about how you spend your time. And when it comes to time, we're all pretty similar. We make time for the things that are most important to us, okay? Do you have enough time? Well, if you've got 5 to 10 hours a week to start building this, then that's enough to get going with. And if you knew for certain that you could improve your life, your finances, your freedom, just by waking up 20 minutes earlier, going to bed 20 minutes later, or prioritizing this, make it like carving out, less than an hour even each day to get going, would you do it? I hope so, because that's all you need to do to get started. And that's the first step. It's going to the URL right now. We've been on this workshop for almost 2 hours together. Go to that URL and get started. Now, you might need to be resourceful, but guess what? The thing that I've found about people who get ahead in life is it's not necessarily the people that have got all the resources. It's the people that are willing to get off their butt and do something. It's the people that are willing to be resourceful. I'd much rather be resourceful than not. I'd much rather be someone who can get out there and make things happen. And sometimes being resourceful means going outside your comfort zone a little bit, but I'd rather do that than live with discomfort permanently. If you've got all the resources at your disposal, then I'm sure you're going to see that this is an opportunity that's got no downside, and you can go ahead and jump in right now. But if resources are tight, then it's time to stop with the excuses and just get resourceful. 123 Profits, the biggest opportunity that I've seen in the world of online business since I've been doing this, since 2005. It's easily the opportunity of the past decade, in my opinion. And we're asking you for a single payment of $3,497 or 4 payments of $997 for something that could potentially change your life forever. This isn't unreasonable. In fact, it's beyond reasonable, because we're giving you the 30-day no questions asked guarantee and your double your money back guarantee as well. Now, old habits do die hard, and bad habits are hard to change. We've all got some of them, but bad habits could be one of the reasons why you haven't achieved what you want to achieve from your online business yet. It might be one of the things that's holding you back. And if you're serious about true and lasting change, you need repeated exposure to the training, the tools, the systems, the environment, where everything right down to the last detail has been designed to hardwire success into your life and into your business. This is unlike anything we've done before. We started this project with a clean slate. We said, what would it take for someone to be successful? We built all of that in. So if you're here right now, if you like what you've heard, just jump in, take the leap of faith. You can probably hear in my voice how passionate I am about this. And I want you to succeed, but right now it's over to you. And the workshop is going to be wrapping up here very soon. I don't want you to miss out on this. So go ahead and jump in right now. And whatever you do, though, don't fall into the when-then trap. Most people like to think in a when-then way, which is why most people end up broke at the age of retirement. And it's disastrous. People come to me sometimes and they say, oh, Aidan, when I've got more money, then I'll decide to start my business. When I've got a job, then I'm going to do this. When I've got that, then I'm going to do this. But life doesn't work in that way. Life doesn't just drop your dreams into your lap. You need to work for them. It starts with taking action. It starts with being resourceful. It starts with right now taking the next step. And in this example here today, it means making your investment using the link that you can see here. Don't wait any longer. Take action. It's the action that creates the results, not the waiting around for everything in your life to be perfect. And you know what really limits people? It's not time, it's not money, it's actually opportunity. Most of the 8 billion people on the planet are never going to see this. But you are seeing this right now. You've somehow, through fate or whatever, you've ended up on this webinar, and you've ended up here seeing, a recipe that could change your life, could give you lifestyle freedom. You're here right now, and it's a very small window of time when this is actually available to the public. It's the first time ever that this has been opened, for example. And if you can squeeze a few hours into each week, then you can do this. But you need to take action. Now, what's money good for? The thing about money and what people tend to worry about isn't actually the price tag. It's about what they get in exchange for the money that they pay. So the value of money is determined by what you can exchange it for. And your hope when you purchase something is that whatever you get in the exchange is better than keeping your money and spending it on something else. And we all exchange money every single day in our lives. We exchange it to buy food, electricity, and other resources. And we also sometimes exchange money for education. And that's what this is here today. It's education to help you get ahead. And how can you feel more comfortable than exchanging your hard-earned money for 1-2-3 profit than for anything else? Because after all, you are exchanging your money for access to training and tools that are designed to help you make more money. What would you need to know for certain right now to feel confident about this exchange? Just let me know in the chat box. What can we do or tell you or show you to help you feel more confident here? Because I would hate for you to miss out on this just because you've got some unanswered question. And just while you're doing that, remember, you are backed up not only by the 100% 30-day money-back guarantee, but also by the 200% double your money-back guarantee as well. Now, you could figure all of this out for yourself. I've got no doubt about that. But why the heck would you want to do that? It's a terrible way to go forward. Trial and error is the worst way to learn. And it'll likely take you hundreds or even thousands of hours to get to where our members of 1-2-3 Profit are going to be in just a couple of weeks' time. We're giving you everything, all of our processes, our templates, our systems. So although you could do it on your own, I think that'd be the most painful and costly path of all. So you need to take action right now if you want to take the easy path there. Now, the pricing paradox is this. Access to this opportunity is not cheap, but the best things in life are almost never cheap. They require some kind of effort, financial effort, time effort, or both. And cheap things, or things that come too easily, are almost never very good. So when we set out to create this program, we started with a clean slate. And we had a couple of choices. One was we could package up a bunch of PDFs. It wouldn't take us very long. It'd be pretty simple, and we could sell it for $100. And we could have thousands of people come in. Now, the second option, though, was to not think about it in that way, but instead ask ourselves the question, if we wanted to put every single advantage we could in your favor to make this a success, to make sure your success was as close to inevitable as possible, to give you so much value that it would be virtually impossible for anything other than life-changing success to turn up in your life, then what would that look like? But the problem with the second approach is it immediately turns off most of the market who only care about price tag. But you can see what kind of advantage it gives us. We can engineer a one-of-a-kind solution that you can't get from anywhere else, from anyone else, because we started with the question of what would it take to succeed? And we devoted all of the resources we have to answer that, and then figured out how to get it to you in the most economical way possible. So this isn't for the hobbyist or the person who just wants have that slight desire to get ahead in life. This is for someone who's serious. And listening to this right now, you probably know who you are. You're either everything I'm saying is going to resonate with you or it's not. And if it doesn't, that's fine. But if it does, you need to do this. You need to find a way to do it, and do it right now while we are still on this workshop so that we can make sure that you get in. Okay, you can't compare this to anything that we've done in the past, that anyone has done in the past. This is the opportunity of a decade, and it's right here, staring you in the face right now. Now, the other thing that you could do is just to do nothing, and we all know what happens when you do nothing. Nothing changes. If you want to have a positive change in your life, then take steps forward right now. You don't need any special ability. It's not about ability. It's not about talent. It's about the process. And we can give you that, but you need to take action right now. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, that's just insanity. If you want something different, then do something different. Don't reinvent the wheel. Use this proven plan like what we have here. Now, I'm going to show you the stats one more time in just a moment, but right before I do that, there's something else that I want to cover. So I'm going to quickly pause that timer there. We'll stop that timer, and I'll get that timer going in just a moment. There's a couple of final things that I really want to share with you here. And the first is a story about $1,000 behind the door. Now, I've met a lot of people online who have started from scratch and built multi-million-dollar on-year businesses, even more people who have built comfortable incomes of $500 to $1,000 per week, okay, and been able to quit their day jobs. But it only ever happens after they've knocked down the 3 doors that I'm about to share with you. So imagine a situation for a moment where we are standing in front of a door, and I tell you that there's $1 million. It's $1 million on the other side of the door. You've got 24 hours to get that money, and it's yours. And I take you on a journey. I show you all around, and you can see the money is there. You have to figure out how to get it. So what do you do first? Hopefully you try to open the door, but you find it's locked. So what do you do next? Most people will try to bash the door down. But in the online business, what we've seen is people just give up. They turn the door handle, doesn't open. Oh, it's locked. I'll leave. I'll go somewhere else. The first sign of discomfort, they retreat. They look for something easier. After all, there must be a way to make money online that doesn't require that discomfort, So they keep chasing the comfortable solution. They buy one crappy product after another, and eventually they all end up in the same situation. And look, don't beat yourself up if you've fallen into this trap. I've done this. I've fallen into this many times as well. But unfortunately, after most people struggle, they just quit. And it's a shame, because if they'd kept going, they would have been able to get to a place where they could succeed. Now, some people in this example do manage to bash down the first door, and then they find another door and they say, oh, I couldn't see that door before. I could see the $1 million, but I didn't know the door was there. So again, what I've found is there are normally 3 doors. The money is always there, but it turns out to take 3 times longer. There are 3 times more obstacles than you could possibly imagine. Sometimes procrastination is one of the doors. Now, there are lots of ways these doors can present themselves, but the moral of the story is that people end up making all the money and doing well only after they've managed to knock down all the obstacles, no matter what. So be aware of how your mind works. Understand that you'll sometimes feel like you want to give up, or are simply skeptical that online business really can amount to anything. Be relentless and push on anyway. This can be really tough for some people. Some people are going to shoot ahead, some are going to struggle and battle. I was certainly in the second group. I was someone who had to struggle and battle to get going online, but persevere and you'll get there. I honestly believe that what we're sharing here today is the best opportunity to have come along in the online space for a decade. Okay, so now is the time to jump into this. And what's stopping you? There are a lot of people here right now, and I can see your questions, and I promise I will take some more of these shortly. But sometimes people say money is stopping them. That's often a psychological roadblock. Often people don't start businesses because they think they can't afford it, but in reality, you often can't afford to not start something because Waiting doesn't get you anywhere. The only thing that gets you ahead is the action, and money is almost always available. Like, for example, if you told me right now that you couldn't afford to start this business because it was going to cost $997, which is exactly what it costs to get in the split payment plan, you might be incorrect. Because if I said to you that you had to pay $997, otherwise your little finger was going to fall off, you'd find a way to scrape together that money to save your finger. So what that shows us is it's more of a prioritization issue, and time is similar. One thing I know about you is that you've got some time. We all make time for things that are important to us. And everyone who's on this workshop has been here for 2 hours now, or we've been running for 2 hours anyway. If you really want to, I'm sure that you could make some time, just carve out a little bit of time into your week. And it doesn't even have to be on an ongoing basis, just to get the foundation laid, and you can do this. So time, if that's an obstacle for you, you need to prioritize. Regarding your ability, I totally get that, but it's not talent or skill that you need, it's process. We're giving you that, we're giving you the ingredients, we're giving you the recipe. You need to be aware that your talent or your ability is not all that important here. It's about following the simple recipe. Confusion. It's normal to be confused, especially when you're doing something you haven't done before, and more so when you're being torn in a dozen different directions. So my tip for you here is to get a quick win. And by quick win, I'm talking about conversions, but ongoing conversions where you can make hundreds of dollars per day in the short term, and where you can see results the same day you've got traffic coming in, because that will give you the motivation, that will get you past the confusion. Now, the fifth and final one is fear, probably the biggest one of all. It's normal to be afraid, going outside your comfort zone. It's not easy, but the key here is to understand that you will make a mistake. The solution is knowing that you're going to make mistakes, accepting it, and moving forward anyway. But the big tip is to have a strong reason to pull you forward. Now, what is that reason? Why are you here on this workshop right now? Is it because you want to learn something new? Maybe that's not the real reason. Maybe underneath that is because you want to have more money in your life. Maybe it's because you want to be able to help someone else. What is it that drives you? Find out what that is, and it will push you through any of the fears that you've got. And also, this is something that's really important to me. And guys, I do have another surprise for you, and we are going to have a look at the metrics. I've got a couple of final things that I'm going to wrap up with here, but don't wait for me to stop finish talking here. If you're ready to jump in, just go ahead and do it. It's better that you get in, and I will get to taking your questions. Okay, I've got a little bit more time, so we'll take some more questions. But before I get to that, one of the things that I want you to take away from this today is related to how we grow as individuals. You do it by pushing yourself further. You do it by going beyond what you've done before. So countless scientific studies have proven that growth and success follow a pattern similar to what you can see in the image there. First, when people see something new, they often lack confidence and they find excuses. And this could even be happening to you right now. It's a psychological game that's played inside your mind. And actually, your brain, there's a part of your brain that is designed to keep you away from threats. And it's a very prehistoric part of the brain, actually. But anyway, that's the fear zone. And if you can get through that, you make it to the learning zone. And the learning zone is actually where you'll be the moment you make your investment, because that's what the members area is all about. In the learning zone, you can put yourself in a position to acquire new skills, and it automatically extends your comfort zone. So that growth starts happening. And once that happens, you're only a small step away from actually achieving what you really want, living your dreams. And when you reverse engineer this, the first step is almost always the same. It starts with doing something new, going outside your comfort zone. And we want you to succeed here. We're going to do everything that we can, but you need to also help us in that process. You need to take the first step. And that's all you can do here today. And the most important thing is that you never, ever give up on your dreams. You never know how close you are to the breakthrough. This is one of my favorite images when I think about this, because I think it really captures what's going on here. You get to decide on your attitude. It's a state of mind. And I'm telling you right now that if you want to succeed, if you've got the never give up attitude, if you've got that, it's inevitable that if you keep trying, something is going to happen. It's only a question of time. And keep changing the strategies that you're using, and you'll keep getting different results. Don't give up on your dreams. Life can be amazing, but only if you never give up. Now, I am going to do a final recap and a final countdown here in just a second, but I'll take some more questions first. And just before that, I want to share a story with you. And this is something that happened to me just a couple of days ago. I was walking through a vineyard that we have here right down below my holiday home in New Zealand. And I had to pinch myself a little bit. And I was thinking, how did I get here? How did I, someone who started my business from a position of massive student debt with no special experience, how am I able to be living in, or not living in, but visiting my holiday home in New Zealand, which is on the farm that I own? I've got the vineyard just down the hill. And like, how did I manage this? And you know what it was? You know what the secret was? It's actually not even that complicated. I never gave up. I chased my dreams. I built a life of financial freedom, time freedom, geographic freedom, and you can do this too. But you must put yourself in a position to win. So come on this journey with us. Get on the inside right now. Let's do this together. You can do this, but you need to put yourself in a position to win. And you can do that by getting on the inside right now. Now, I do have that free gift that's coming up very shortly here. I am going to take a few questions right before I get to that though. Okay, so let me, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring up the stats again here. So I've just opened up on the screen where we're at today so far. So we are now at $6,763 today. We've achieved that by getting 1,806 visitors. Oh, and there you go. Just saw that jump up, 6,863. So that was a $100 commission that you just saw come in there. And you can see the visitors continuing to go up. You can see the clicks going up, the conversions. This is what happens here, guys. And it's absolutely incredible. And I want this for you. I want you to be able to experience this firsthand, but you need to get on the inside to be able to do this. Now, I'm going to, this is always a bit of a risk when I do this, but I'm going to turn on my webcam here and just go through a few final questions, and then I will do a recap. Okay, so let's see if that, there we go. So that seems to be working there. So I'll just pull that off to the side there. So this is something that is incredibly powerful, and I don't want you to lose sight of that, because it could be something that changes your life. Don't wait until the very end of this workshop. I mean, we're only a matter of minutes away from wrapping this up now anyway, but jump in right now. Let me know right now. And okay, let's see. Okay, I've pulled up the question box. How does this method of income work regards to income tax? It's just like any business. I mean, you make money and you pay tax on that. In fact, in the very first module of what we're doing in 1, 2, 3 Profit, you're going to be able to see some information about taxes. You don't have to set up a company or anything like that, but if you want to do that and reap some of the rewards of doing that, you can do it, but we guide you through that a little bit in the side of the training. I need to speak to my wife about this. I would love to do it, but I need to get her blessing first. Look, I completely understand talking to the wife before making a decision. I've got a wife and she likes to watch what I spend. But my main concern around that is that this is going to be shutting down pretty soon, and I would hate for you to miss out on that because you are waiting to do that. One thing I will say, and just stress again, is you can get in right now and we've got the 30-day money back guarantee. So you are completely backed up. And I just saw the revenue jump up there. And by the way, if you're wondering, you can't see this behind the scenes, but I've been just noting it down in my little notebook here because I can't keep up otherwise. So $6,903. And I even sitting here like that and seeing those numbers tick over, it's so addictive. I have to pinch myself when I see that as well and think, wow, you know, I remember back to when I was getting started online, and I had this dream of making like $20 a day. I was like, if I could just make $20 a day, that would change everything. And actually, you know what? It did change everything, because once I knew how to make $20 a day, I knew how to make $40 a day. I knew how to make $100 and just went up from there. Let's see. I'm 17 years. Am I able to do this without my parents' information? I'm not actually sure. Like, I don't know what the laws are where you live, and I can see the revenue ticking over there. It's so addictive looking at this. I'm trying to sign up but having a problem with the bank. Totally get that, Ray. Maybe you can jump on the phone with them or something. What's the campaign for the budget you're showing us in real time? I'm not actually sure what the daily budget is there. I mean, at this point, it's in the thousands of dollars per day, but we've scaled because we've scaled. But you know, $6,980 in revenue, that probably represents about $3,500, and it just took over $7,000 actually. So good time for me to be sharing these stats. It probably spends about $3,500 today on ads. But again, don't let that freak you out, because we get into this just by dipping our toes into the water a little bit there. Deborah says, I'm a fellow Kiwi, I'll jump in. That's awesome. I'm just worried about still receiving training if I'm late. Not sure what you mean there. Rick says, I've got the mindset and the attitude to make this work. If you have gone ahead and jumped in, let me know what was it that helped you jump in there. What was it that ultimately sort of helped you decide that this would be something for you? And if you're on the fence, now's another good time to do it, because when I'm presenting the slides, it's really hard for me to be monitoring. You can't see down here, but I've got another screen over there, and I've got a screen in front of me, and I've got another screen over here, and it's hard for me to do everything all at the same time. But if you are on the fence right now, type fence in capital letters in the question box, and let me know why you're on the fence. Is the software that I'm using to track my conversions needed in addition to the other tools? This is something that I would recommend you use once you're starting to make money. So you definitely don't need it, from the outset. This is something that's kind of like a luxury to have, and it's brilliant because it allows you to see the kind of stats that we're looking at here, but it's not needed from the outset, no. Can I double $3,497 in 30 days? I mean, you could. I'm not going to promise that to you. We did $50,000 or $55,000, $50,000 in 50 days. So that's what I wouldn't want you to expect that though. And by the way, Cola, Depsy, Michelle, if you're on the fence, just type fence and then let me know why you're on the fence. And look, we can see the live stats are rolling in here now as well. So, all right. Some people saying they're on the fence because they can't afford it. I mean, there's not really that much I can do for you in that case. What I will say though is you've got the credit card payment option, and depending on your credit card interest rates, you may be able to buy it with a credit card and then just pay down the minimum, which could be like $30 a month or something. PayPal sometimes has a lending option. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe you could get a business partner or something, someone who can pay for you to get in, and then you can work the business. That's a potential issue. Dave says, concerned about GDPR. Everything that we do here is compliant. Dave, and let me know where you are beaming in from, by the way. I'm guessing you're probably in Europe. But even if you are in Europe, and if you're concerned about GDPR, which is like privacy laws and stuff, you can still run this in the United States in the exact same way. So like the vast majority of the business that we're running here, even though I'm not in the United States, is run to the United States audience. So I can run traffic for things like home loans in Philadelphia, or all kinds of different offers. And even though I'm not in the United States, I can run that in the United States. I don't need any special reseller certificates. What about account bans? Does this happen with the method? I mean, account bans are possible anytime. What I've seen though is they tend to happen more when you're running things that are more like interrupt-driven marketing, or when you're doing things that the traffic platforms don't really want you to do. However, if you take the Google example, if someone types into Google home insurance in Philadelphia, and you've got an ad that pops up there and it says, find out how you can get home insurance in Philadelphia, simple as that, and then you deliver someone to your webpage where you've got a form which you get some basic information from, that's actually giving people what they want, because ultimately you are leading people towards how you can make, how they can achieve what they want to achieve. So it's perfectly congruent with what these systems want. Philip says, I'm on the fence, I can't make a purchase of this from in Ghana. Not sure what to tell you there, Philip. Maybe you can use a VPN or something. What are conversions? So when I'm talking about a conversion, I'm talking about someone that comes to our website and converts into a lead. Okay. Do I have to use ClickBank? No, not at all. We're using ClickBank to process your payments here to allow you to get into the program, but you don't have to use ClickBank. But ClickBank actually do have a really good marketplace, interesting marketplace with different offers. We don't have any option to split the payments into smaller installments. David says, I've dived in because I've been aware of you for years, so it's like I know you, and it's a trust thing. Well, thank you, David. And look, if you guys don't know me, I know I'm presenting to you here on a webinar, which is all very virtual these days. But look, I mean, I love what I do, and I'm not going to put you in a position where you jump into this, you decide it's not for you, and I'm not going to give you your money back. I mean, that first of all, that goes against the payment processor's terms, whereby, and I'm saying here on the record that I'm going to give you your money back within 30 days if you just decide it's not right for you. So I would say the best thing for you to do if you're in that situation is give this a go. You know, what have you got to lose here? This could be amazing for you, but you're only going to know if you put yourself in a position to win. Lots of actually MB, and we'll share what they are with you once you're on the inside of the training. I'm not going to get into all the different marketplaces with you here. Can I receive money into my bank even if it's not in US dollars? Yeah, absolutely. I do that all the time. I've got bank accounts here in New Zealand which receive money, and you can do two things. It can either be come in US dollars and stay in that currency, or it can be converted to your local currency. Colin, if you've had an issue with Google Ads, I don't think that's going to be an issue. I mean, that's just one of the different traffic solutions that we've got. In fact, I actually prefer Microsoft to start with because it's smaller in scale. It's still, I mean, you still build $1 million business just on Microsoft. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Just looking at the time here. I do want to take a few more questions, but there's something else that I want to do here just to, and by the way, thank you for all the engagement I've got here. It's been amazing just seeing this, and so many people have taken the leap of faith. I don't take that for granted. So if you've done that already, I haven't been able to read out all the names. More people have jumped in, and the chat box has been on fire. But thank you for putting your trust in me. This is something that you're gonna see as a great decision, and I'm gonna be there battling for you on your team every step of the way. That's my promise here to you. So there's something else I want to do. We've got about 10 minutes left here now. So let me come over here, and I'm going to open up my screen and make that a bit bigger there. And what I want to do right now, let me just make sure this is all working here. What I want to do right now is run a 10-minute timer. And I want to put you in a position where you can decide if you want to jump in the next 10 minutes. And if you do that, let me just show my screen there. It should be good now. And if you do that, I'm going to sweeten the deal for you. Okay, so if you jump in the next 10 minutes, let me just have a look here. Sorry, I'm doing multiple things here at the same time. It's not always easy to do that with when you've got all these different windows open. Whoops, I'm getting there, guys. Stand by. Okay, here we go. I've put up another little screen here for you. And just while that's loading, I'm going to, pull up another 10-minute timer. I'm not very good at operating this. Clearly, I'm not very good at operating this iPad with my left hand while I'm doing other things at the same time, but I'm going to pull up a 10-minute timer. And when this 10-minute timer gets down to 0, we are going to wrap up this workshop, okay? And that'll be the end of that. However, I want you to make a decision in the next 10 minutes, one way or another. I want you to commit to making a decision in the next 10 minutes, because otherwise we would have been here for 2.5 hours and it would have almost been wasted. So I want you to decide whether or not you're going to join me or not in the next 10 minutes. And I'm going to give you the holiday bonus that I mentioned earlier if you do that. And I'm also going to give you outsource mastery, which is how to master the art of outsourcing to build your business faster and earn more money while working less. It includes 29 videos, 16 downloadable resources, copy paste templates, and so much more. I sold this for $997. It's a complete start to finish program. And just to sweeten the deal here for you, if you decide to jump in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you these today, okay? And I do have the free gift at the end for everyone, okay? So to secure your spot, go to the link that you can see on the screen there right now. That's what you can do to secure your spot. And I'm going to work through just recapping things one more time. And in 8 minutes and 44 seconds, that timer will get down to 0 and we will end the workshop. So I would much rather you jump in right now than risk being stuck on the outside. Okay, so don't wait for the 10 minutes. Please, please, please don't wait for that 10-minute timer to get down to 0. If you want to get in, just get in right now, because otherwise, if there's any like technical glitch or anything like that, I'm not going to be able to help you once I'm actually off the workshop. And to reiterate, you are going to get the holiday bonus that I mentioned earlier, which could allow you to stay for up to a week in, I think it's like over 1,800 different hotels around the world. I think it's like 37 different countries. Absolutely amazing. I mean, huge money saver if you're someone that wants to go on vacations. And this is how you could stay in a hotel, which might normally cost you, $300 a night or something, for like 20 or 30 bucks, which is just, some taxes and hotel surcharges. But that's it. Okay, so lots of things there to sweeten the deal. I am going to enlarge my screen a little bit here just to make sure that you can see that. And I am going to wrap up for the last time here now. Okay. You've got zero risk. I want you to try to look at this logically. It's easy to get wound up by emotion when you're seeing something as exciting as this is. But logically, from a logical standpoint, do you have any financial risk? Ask yourself. Don't ask me. Just work through this in your own mind. Do you have any financial risk here at all? Do you have any at all? The answer is no. Okay, because you are backed up by a 30-day. So it's easy to get set up. You're going to see, and you're going to know in the first 30 days whether or not this is something that is working for you. Okay, so you've got everything to gain, nothing to lose. You've also got the ultimate double your money back guarantee. Now, have you ever wondered why more people don't offer this kind of a guarantee? Could it be that they're not confident enough in their own system? Well, I've used this system, the 1, 2, 3 profit system, for 16 years now, and I know how well it works. And I know it could be a game changer, a life changer for you. So I've got no issue at all in offering you a double your money back guarantee. Now, I'm going to make sure, and I'm going to ask that you do follow along. I want you to follow the steps, step by step by step. But as long as you do that, if for some reason you're not making money, you're not having money coming in the first 60 days, then I'm going to not just give you your money back, but actually double your money back as well. Okay. How much would it be worth for you if you could have complete freedom in your life, if you could eliminate stress and financial worries, if you could have all the time that you want to have to spend it with your parents or your kids or whatever it might be, to enjoy absolute and total freedom? I'll give you one personal example here, which really hammered home the value in this. So recently, my dad, he needed a double knee replacement. And with the New Zealand healthcare system, if he had ever got it, he would have been waiting years, most likely, because he wasn't in like a critical situation with his knees, but he was on painkillers every single day. And I just said to him, Dad, just let me get this for you. I'll just pay for this for you. And I can't remember what it was. It was like $30,000 each knee or something. And I just paid it. Like the next week, he got the first knee replacement done, and the following week, he got the other one done. But I was only able to do that because I had this business that gives me financial freedom. Another example, time freedom, geographic freedom. I'm able to just change location any point in time. I don't have to ask for time off from my boss or anything like that. I can come to New Zealand. I can go to Europe. I love traveling. I can, my family can pack our bags and off we go. And this is just a reality. I take it for granted now, but it's a reality. So the value here is huge. And freedom, it's hard to put a price tag on that, because if you said, are you willing to spend a couple of $1,000s to get a new iPhone? That's kind of more tangible. But if someone said to you, are you willing to spend a couple of $1,000s for a life of freedom? Yeah, of course, it's just a no-brainer. I mean, it's so valuable. It's invaluable. And when you take action today, you're going to be joining a community. You're going to be joining me. You're going to be joining my team. We're going to be working there in the trenches with you day after day after day and helping you move along. Now, there are 4 things that really hammer home the benefits of the 123 profit system that I'm going to share with you, and then we're going to wrap up. And again, I'm asking you to make your decision now. Either decide that you're going to do this or don't. And if you don't, I respect that. That's fine. I respect that. It's your life, and you get to make your decisions with how you spend your money and how you invest your time. So the 4 benefits I want to walk through. The first is cash flow, and this is where so many businesses fall down. 123 Profit is designed to provide you with good cash flow right from the very beginning. The second benefit is speed, and it's hard to start something new if you need to toil away without any results for weeks and weeks on end. It's demotivating. And what if you could get results coming in quickly? Because what we do with 123 Profit is so fast. We've seen over and over again, new campaigns can get money and get results coming in on the same day they're turned on. There's nothing quite like this, at least nothing that I've seen related to online businesses, okay? Now, for true lifestyle freedom, you can't be chained to a computer, and the best way to break the shackles that I've ever seen is through automation. Now, the good news about what we're doing with 123 Profit is that the automation is a massive part of this. We're not, creating a new ad every single week. Like what people do sometimes on Facebook or YouTube. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just more work. We're not doing that. We're not creating new content regularly or at all. We don't even need content for this. This is not a content-based business. We're not tied up in handling support. We're not, dealing with physical products or inventory or any of that. This is by far the most set and forget business that I have ever seen, and I've been doing this a long time now. You can walk away from this business for weeks on end if you want to, and you can let things run on autopilot if you want to, and that's why you really can be in the Caribbean, sitting on a beach, sipping on your cocktail, or out on the golf course, or running around with your kids or your grandchildren, not worrying about this, because this is the absolute king of online businesses. It's the Holy Grail. I don't know what more we could really ask for from an online business. But the fourth thing that I absolutely love about this is simplicity. I don't take this one for granted. It's simple. I mean, it's simple to earn commissions. There's no selling. It's a simple web page, which might have 20 or 30 words on it. It's simple traffic. It's just simple. It's far simpler than anything that we have ever seen before. And simple is good for lots of reasons. It's good for you right now because it means that you're going to be able to get going faster than ever before. You're going to be able to streamline everything using the different tools that I've been sharing with you here. But you need to get started right now, okay? Now is the time to get started. Now, I mentioned a free gift. This is the link that you can go to get the free gift, and that's going to be a gift that is going to help everyone, I think, push forward with their projects in 2023, regardless of whether or not you decide to come on this journey of 123 Profit with me, which I hope you do. I hope you're deciding to do that. But if you don't do that, thanks for hanging out anyway, and I respect your decision. At least you've tuned in, and hopefully you've learned something here. So that's where you can get free gift. If you need more support, if we've missed something there, this is where you can go to get more support. Support at 123profit.com. That's where you can go to get more support in case we've missed anything there, okay? You're getting everything that you could possibly need built into the program that I'm giving you here. We have blasted past, by the way, that Fast 50 Action Taker bonus, but I'm not going to make you miss out on that. I saw people saying, oh, I want to get in, but only if I can get that. Okay, we're going to do that. And the other thing that we'll do, if you have decided, and you need to let me know in the question box, by the way, I'm going to stop that timer if it starts flashing in my eyes. You need to let me know in the question box. But if you have decided that you're going to get in, you're not in yet, but you've decided that you're going to get in, give me a 1 in the question box. And I'm going to be reading out some names here. Okay, Brent, Isaac, Melissa, Jody, Valerie are typing in 1s, Sharon, Doc, DJ are typing in 1s. Guys, if you are in, before we shut this down, And look, I know some of you had to shift money around. You got people on the phone talking to the bank right now. Some people are talking to their husband or wife. I don't want that to mean you miss out. So as long as you let me know in the question box right now that you are actually going to get in, then I will honor the the vacation bonus that I shared with you, and the Fast 50 bonus as well. So you'll be getting all of the bonuses that we mentioned, but you need to let me know right now. So I need to be able to download this chat log at the end of the workshop, and I need to be able to find your name on there, and I need to be able to then match that up with you once you get on the inside, because that travel bonus is absolutely not going to be available to everyone inside the members area. And the outsource mastery bonus that I just shared, that's a complete course. We've actually sold that to 55,000 people. We sold it for $997. You're going to get free access to that, but that's not going to be available to everyone. The Fast 50 bonus is definitely not available to everyone. So if you're already in, you're getting all of this stuff. But if you are in the process of getting in, you haven't quite got in yet, but you've decided you're getting in, then I'm also going to make that available to you as well. Okay. Now, let's see what else we've got here. We are about to wrap up. Let's see. Here's the special lift to the gift one more time. That's where you can go to get the gift. And this is where you can go to get support, or if you need to contact us. Okay, so that's a wrap, guys. I'm going to wrap this up right now. You can see the link on the screen there. Thank you so much for tuning in with me here. I'm going to show you one more time. Oh, well, yeah, $7,260 has come in there. But look, thank you so much one more time for tuning in here, for listening to me today. I've been speaking for 2.5 hours. I'm losing my voice, but it's been a pleasure. I'm so passionate about this stuff, and I love what I do. And I would love to be able to bring you in to this journey and to work with you to help you build a new business in 2023. So I'm going to wrap this up now, but thank you once again to everyone who has put your trust in me. If you haven't quite done that yet, but you need to do it right now using the link that you can see on this workshop, and we'll make sure that you get all of the bonuses. So again, thank you, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside. Bye for now.